I think we're live. Think we're live. Oh, me. Oh, me. Figured we'd watch some of this Georgia game before. I am interested to see Colorado get beat again, to be honest with you. Man, Alabama, I don't know what it is about them playing Georgia, but they play the best games of their lives against Georgia, even when they're down. Even when they're down. Now, you thought I was a bet welcher. I'm not. I said if we won, I'd convert to Mormonism. Hashtag Joseph Smith. Hashtag plural wives. Maybe even polyamory. Who knows? We'll have to see. Alabama's 10 for 12 on third down conversions, man. That's pretty crazy, man. We should do this whole stream in a Gruden impression. Let me tell you something about Georgia, man. Those guys know how to play football. Golden game day incoming? It could be. It could be. That Alabama Crimson Tide, man, they know how to field a team of football players. Second and 12 for Bama. For Bama. Toss sweep. Nothing going. He still made something out of that. He still picked up like a yard. He broke like 12 tackles. How many missed tackles does Georgia have in this game? It's a shit ton. It is a shit ton. Dude is 369 pounds? Hold on, let me switch over to OBS. Yeah? Why is this not working? Do I have to select the stream? Let's do that. What about the lineman from Alabama running the ball? Yeah, there are teams that will put a lineman out like in the slot to block. I've seen that happen. All day to throw for Ty Simpson. Incomplete on 3rd and 11, though. Yeah, we shouldn't be the ones to talk about missed tackles. We weren't playing Alabama either. Was we? Was we? Why is the... Why? Why? Can I not refresh? Hold on. Refresh page. Nothing, huh? All right, that's fine. That's fine. Shanked it. Was that blocked? Was that a block kick, or did he just shank it that badly? What are you doing? Rex Wiener lives on, yeah. Can you imagine me getting on stream like, I ain't no bet welcher. Gah! Throw it at the camera. Are you putting a shit ton of bad karma on Neon Dion? Neon Dion doesn't need me to put bad karma on him. Neon Dion does a good enough job of that on his own. Now, why is this thing not working? Hold on. I'm trying some new stuff out here. Why is this not working? Huh. Whatever. That kick struck my house in College Park, says Dre. Damn. What was it about this week? So many teams with a higher ranking played so poor. Yeah, it's been a crazy weekend of college football. Alabama's looking good. How are we feeling about the win now? I mean, I guess as good as you can feel about a win that was as struggle as possible. You got every benefit you needed to win that game. I mean, that was it's not a win that you come away feeling fantastic about. I know that. Come on, man. Why why is this show offline? I want to know why this show's offline. This is irritating me. Whatever. You don't feel sorry that shit happens all the time? Yeah, I mean, look. LSU, South Carolina last year was like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know why it's not showing my statistics on OBS. This is irritating the fool out of me. Select stream. Here we go. There we go. I got it fixed. Duke has a bye before playing us in their house for those who feel prep helped wait. I mean, oh, Brad Arion just subscribed. Brad Arion, welcome to the alpha male world. You're now an alpha male. You're an alpha football fan now because you're a RecTalk subscriber. Can't wait for FSV fans to come on and say the refs are pulling for us. Again, none of the shit that they say makes a lick of sense to anybody because, again, they never ask themselves, like, okay, what would be the purpose of the ACC rigging the Virginia game for you to lose? What does that do for anybody? Oh, there's Dion, third season as Colorado coach. Boy, they couldn't glaze Dion enough. 9-4 last season. Well, that was just that last season. Makes me think of Mike Leach. All those plays I called last season, it was just that last season. Stockton rolls out, dumps it off. Oh, I got it. What is this comment? Oh, here's one from a dumbass Florida State fan on the video I did. No, your denseness, Virginia and Florida State get more. Do you not know how this works? Thanks to Clemson and FSU should really keep up. I think we'll respond with, how much Tylenol did your mom take? Oh, man, George is going to score. Is he gone? No, they bring him down when pregnant with you. I don't even know what the hell that guy's talking about. Sorry I missed the wake stream. I'll watch it tomorrow. You're all good. You're all good. We got about 15, 20 minutes till the Colorado game. I think Georgia's going to end up winning this game now, somehow. 24-14, though, Bama's up. Handoff for Georgia, breaks it offside for another big run. First down and then some. Savage. Well, I mean, that's why we're doing this stream tonight. Because there's not, without a doubt, the two dumbest fan bases in all of sports, period, are Florida State fans and Colorado fans, also known as Dion Sanders fans. There's not two fan bases that have less brain cells to put together than those two. And it's not even close. I mean, look at Colorado fans. Oh, my God, Juju Lewis. Y'all ain't going to have nothing for Juju Lewis. I guess Caden Salter beats him out. Oh, Caden Salter. You ain't going to beat us, Caden Salter and altitude. All right, then he ends up sucking. Then some guy named Ryan Staub throws for 197 yards on Delaware and like a pair of touchdowns. Oh, my God, look how much of a genius Dion is that he didn't play this guy till Delaware. This guy, oh, my God, he's a legend. All right, then he ends up sucking. Then they put Caden Salter back in as starter. Dion Sanders has not a freaking clue what he's doing. Juju Lewis must be worse than Staub. Has Juju Lewis, he played a few series against Delaware, and every quarterback Colorado had played against Delaware. And they determined from that Ryan Staub was the best quarterback out of them. Did Tennessee lose today? I've been tied up here. FSU fans I thought were the worst, but after experiencing Colorado fans are a special kind of stupid, man. Like, I'm just, it is what it is. Did you see the big man screen? I did. So, Florida State fans think that the ACC's out to get them. Did the ACC have anything to do with who got picked in the playoffs when they got snubbed? No, they did not. All the ACC's done is bent the knee to their stupid-ass lawsuits. Crooked. That Jen Knoll, she was on Twitter talking about crooked ACC. It's the ACC's fault. The ACC scored 46 points on you? What position does the ACC play? Defensive end? Wide receiver? Well, explain this to me. They'll say, oh, well, you should have lost the weight. Yeah, and you know what the difference in me and the dumbass Florida State fan is? I don't make excuses for it. I don't go watch the college football equivalent of Alex Jones named TJ Pittner and have him tell me, everything's going to be fine. We're going to be out of SEC. We're going to be in the SEC tomorrow, baby. That man's about to have to pay me $1,000 too when I go find 500 clips of him. Oh, man, I've got my dog walker. He told me he knows somebody, and we're going to the SEC, guys. Tardia won against the Cowbells. Damn. How dare Squidtard call me during a stream, struggle against Mississippi State? The hell's he thinking? The hell is he thinking? Georgia almost scores. All right, what time we got? 10:05. Let's see if we can swap it over now. Colorado BYU is supposed to be on ESPN. Where are they at? ESPN, baby, where you at? Right here. We got to wait for the end of... Damn. Arizona, Iowa State still going on. They'll kick them to another channel, though. Let me get a Diet Coke. We should do a special call-in show just to hear all the excuses from the Florida State fan. That's what we should do. Or, you know what would be a good video? The Florida State mental hotline. The Florida State crybaby hotline. That'll be the next video. What the hell is that? Kernel of corn? Don't look now, but Stanford is losing to San Jose State. Damn, San Jose State's the ACC killer, aren't they? Yeah, San Jose State running through they beat Cal. They shut Cal out, and then Cal beat Boston College today, I think. Yeah, Cal beat Boston College. My heart gets a break next week. Yeah, we're on a bye. We need a bye. Bad. Man, I need a t-shirt on. It's hot in here. What t-shirt are we going to wear? Maybe we should just go shirtless. I don't know. Maybe we should do that. It's a late night stream. We talked about the WreckTalk OnlyFans. Maybe we should do that. Who knows? What's this shirt? Oh, this is true Georgia Tech right here, a Pokemon shirt. Put that on. That's what we'll do. Yeah, let's put that on. Boom. We're leaning into the nerd today. We're going to lean into it. Evie, baby. Evie. I haven't been watching the Virginia Tech North Carolina State game, but Virginia Tech decent now. I think anyone's going to be decent that plays us, or they're going to play decent. NC State and the other Tech. Why get RecTalk OnlyFans when you already have the double tush push? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more graphic we could do on OnlyFans than the hole-to-hole tush push. I was texting with C-Dog, and I'm like, technically we're undefeated doing that. The Mustache is undefeated, and we're undefeated doing hole-to-hole push. We got to keep doing it. It's the only way. Don't ever say I haven't done my part for this team to win, because I have. Every game is going to be stressful. I think so. Yeah, I think so. H to H. That's not Haynes King and Jamal Haynes. That's hole to hole. Yeah, I actually called Tantor too. And on my way to pick my kid up. I'm not going to use the exact words I use. But basically, what the F was that? I was like, what the F was that, Tantor? And he said, man, he basically said, if you're trying to rush the field against Georgia Tech, first of all, we were ranked 16th. Is Wake an engineering school? I don't think so. It is a very good school, though. Like, if you're rushing the field against a 16th ranked Tech team, that's pretty bad. And you line up to rush the field before the first overtime even starts. Has Jamal Haynes been the most disappointing of our offense this season? No. I mean, he played bad today. We don't know the extent of the hamstring injury. Oh, there's that Buffalo. There's that Buffalo. Buffalo. The line on this, I think, is -6.5 BYU. BYU is going to be covering tonight. In fact, didn't Virginia cover Florida State's line last night? Yeah. Also need to say, I'm a man of my word. During the North Carolina stream 2 years ago, I said I would give my life to Jesus if we beat North Carolina. Now, my soul's kind of like a commodity. That's how I look at it. Kind of like you can trade stocks, they're commodities. My soul I look at on streams as a commodity. And so I said that if we were able to come back against Wake, I would convert to Mormonism, which is why I'm rooting for BYU tonight. I don't know. There's an ad. Does it automatically do that? Can I turn it on? Let's go. Let's research. Let's do some research. It says delay. Give your life to Christ. I already did that once. Now I'm going Joseph Smith. Dum da dum dum dum. Mormonism Gruden voice. Mormonism Gruden voice. Let me tell you something about that Joseph Smith, man. That guy had some good ideas. He looked through that seeing stone. He dictated the Book of Mormon, man. That's pretty big brain. It was that same seeing stone that he used to find buried treasure when he was like 14 years old. Just parlayed that into an entire religion, man. So there you go. There's the Gruden Mormonism voice. Also, if you're interested in Mormonism, look up the CES letter. It's an interesting one by Jeremy Runnels. Brings a tear to a grown man's eye. ACC needs Bama to win. They do. I'm waiting on this damn Colorado game now. You should play the North Mormon episode in the background. Dumb da dum dum dum. Joseph Smith wife. Smart, so smart, smart, smart. So you telling me this boy looked in the seeing stone, dictated the book of Nephi and Lehi to you? And he also wrote down the book of Abraham from translated ancient refined Egyptian hieroglyphics that has since been proven to be a normal funeral rite. I wouldn't trust Georgia Tech to beat UNC right now. Damn, we down bad, ain't we? Yeah, we probably would beat UNC. I mean, damn, as bad as they have been, they're awful under Bill Belichick. I mean, awful. Where can I watch this Colorado game, man? Hey, man, I want to watch some Colorado football. Game should be on any second. Where is it at? A win is a win. I missed the game, so I don't know what happened. Well, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Where the hell is Colorado BYU? This game still has 5 minutes to go. Did they push it to another channel? Are they just going to delay the kick of this one? Can I multi-screen it? Here we go. No, I guess that's the channel it's on. Bama getting out coached. Refs are on our side now, guys. A whole new world of opportunities. Colorado's getting smoked. Can watch the last 2 minutes of Virginia Tech, NC State. Virginia Tech up and driving. Syracuse today is what Georgia Tech would have done in years past, so we've made progress. Fun fact, today's game is the first game Goldfella has missed since Georgia Tech won in 2020 against Wake. Huh. How about that? How about that? What'd Stan Garner say? Yeah, refs are on our side, man. A whole new world where referees do what you need. No one to say we lose. We just get a flag or we don't get one when Wake really needs one. But we got the PI. On the very next drive. Oh, me. Will my damn stream top dono thing roll over if we get another super chat? Can I super chat myself? We'll see. I know I can because I did it earlier. Super chat. Hi. I can't believe you can super chat yourself from the same account that you're streaming from. A Wake fan called it Phantom, and I thought the PI was pretty obvious. It was obvious, but it was probably a makeup call. Why did it? Oh, okay. It does roll it over. Sweet. Sweet. It is working then. I will be at home games and the Benz going forward. All right, nice. Nice. Georgia coming back 24-21 on Bama. Yeah, I think they're going to come back and win that game by 2 scores. Oregon up 17-9. Yeah, I guess are they going to delay the start of the damn Colorado BYU game? I got to root for my guys now. Didn't Brigham Young have a falling out with the Joseph Smith supporters, though? Like in Mormon history? I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. There was a split somewhere because Joseph Smith got ran into some barn like John Wilkes Booth, and then wasn't it burnt down or something? I'd have to go back and look. I'm still in disbelief that we won that game. Yeah. How is Colorado still on TV? Everyone's on TV now, man. Everybody. Come on, man. Let's see this game. I don't have this time to stick around all night. Yeah, this is going to go late. This is Wreck After Dark. I got to go to work tomorrow morning, yeah. Stan Garner with the 10. Says 5-0, baby. That's all that matters. We all the way turned up. Most State isn't on TV? Well, that's a damn tragedy. Someone needs to get their ass kicked for that. I believe you get your ass kicked for that, man. Appreciate the $10. There's something else we've implemented. You super chat, you get the last 3 get stuck up there. How about that and that? We got the chat over here in that. We got the sponsor down there. We got everything. Is it any coincidence that since we've had King's Ransom as a sponsor, we're undefeated? Is it any coincidence since I've been using King's Ransom on this thick, luxurious mustache, we're undefeated? No. The answer to all that is no. You're doing 2 streams? That's right, Willpower. Look at this. It's right here. There, you know what that is, Yoda? You know what that is right there? That's intensified beef products, baby. Intensified beef products. I am considering doing some steroids soon, though. I think that would be a cool venture to go down. I've talked about it for a while. I've been trying to get C-Dog on board with doing steroids with me. Evidently, you just have to work out even more. It just allows you to work out more, though, and I'm not a fan of that part. Like you have to do this. I thought you just took steroids and then you just grew muscles, but evidently it lessens the lactic acid fermentation period that builds up in your muscles. Do they have a pill that just makes you look like a Greek god? I want that one. It won't make your lightsaber small. You will get ganoiditis. It will make your balls shrink though. Let me tell you something about Wreck. We can compensate, brother. We can compensate for a little ball shrinkage. In fact, it might make me a little more comfortable than bouncing around on these hoppity hops. Elon Musk looks like what happens when you take steroids and don't work out. Steroid increases water weight. Well, if it increases weight, like I've already got that part taken care of. I don't need any help with that. You can get a weird pregnant look. That is true. That is true. But it's not just it's specific things that bodybuilders take that will bloat their gut, like Tren, and there's a bunch of other things they take that in extraordinarily. Appreciate this CashApp. Yoda's another. I think I can integrate that too. I'll have to look into that. If someone CashApps me, it sends the thing to me. I appreciate it, Yoda. CashApp for Willpower. Now, if you all super chats and CashApps will go toward my steroid use in the future. In fact, we should do a video series taking steroids to make the Georgia Tech roster. Like if we take enough steroids. In fact, there was a guy that played, older people in the chat will remember this. There was a guy who played for Michigan State years and years and years ago. Early 90s, I want to see late 80s. That was juiced to the gills. He was a lineman. He was drafted first overall. Now, there was all kinds of ways to get around drug testing in college in that time. He gets drafted first overall. Well, the NFL does legitimately drug test. So if you're taking large amounts of steroids and you just stop, you just deflate like a balloon. And I need to look up what that cat's name is. But he ended up sucking. Appreciate the $3 from Yoda. Let's see what his name was. I bet if I just put in Michigan State steroid player, it'll come up. Tony Mandarich, or Mandarich, I think his name, so Tony Mandarich. There's a little football history for you. Did you take the heroin? No. You would know if I was taking heroin. I don't know if you guys have ever been around people that use drugs heavily. This is what someone on heroin does. And they just nod off right there while they're walking. So you would know if I was on heroin. However, opiates are a different form of heroin, and those are totally fine. We rooting for Colorado? No, I'll never root for Colorado. Screw Colorado. I think Flimlo Raps or KTO did a video of him. No, that guy had a 13-year career. Yeah, he ended up, like, I want to say going to rehab and then coming out and making a roster and then, like, doing something, but who wants to live past 80? I feel like once I get to be 60, I'll really want to live past 80. It was Flimlo, he did a video on him because the guy became service all lineman in the pros. Yeah, after he got, and he held out for like a massive contract, like the biggest contract given to a rookie or something, or a lineman. And it was all a fraud. They had to eat the contract. I mean, I want to live past 80. I tell you what, man. I want to live to be like 230 years old, man. I think that would be pretty cool, man. You look at where technology's come in the past 200 years. A lot of cool stuff. Virginia Tech wins. Holy shit. Yeah, I want to live to be about 230 years old, I think. So is BYU not on? Are they really going to delay the game for this? Is it on another channel? I mean, this is freaking crazy. I mean, are you kidding me? All I want to do is watch this game. It says coming up next, power ranking's going to be crazy. Yeah, this has been a crazy week of college football. For sure. Buff 6-0. What other character impressions can we work in? What other character impressions? I can't believe all the people that doubted us against Wake Forest. You're a loser. That coach's dad probably assassinated JFK. What's going on, Randall Scott? A lot of people say maybe the greatest team ever played. Colorado up 7-0. Might want to check your stream. Okay, well, what channel are they on? This is the stupidest shit with TV. No one gives a shit about Iowa State up a ton. What channel did they move them to? What channel did they move them to? See, every time I hit Colorado, it brings something. Is it on ESPNU? No. ESPN News? Do the free live stream on YouTube. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Let's just talk about every taboo topic, too. Like, let's get a copyright strike. We should do a goal up here. Copyright strike, community strike. What channel? Is it on ESPN2? It's all on commercial. God, I love how many commercials. I tell you what, how many years of commercials do you think we'll all have watched by the time we die? Someone look that up, what the average is. I'm not watching it on no damn Fubo or Doo-Doo, Furby. I'm not watching it on that. ESPN News, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know, guys. You damn dropped the ball. You dropped the damn ball. All right, so you're saying Colorado's up 7-0? Yep, here it is. I got it now. Show me the score so I can confirm. What's the score? Colorado kicking off, so they must have just scored 7. They did, all right. All right, the Fighting Dion's up 7-0, so I guess they scored on their opening drive. Hell, I wouldn't know. None of these dumbasses tell me nothing. None of you guys just leave me hanging out to dry. You know I just converted to Mormonism and I watched my team, get scored on. Who's at home? Colorado. They don't have this crap in Japan and South Korea. You get 2 commercials. Well, that's because in this country, no one gives a flying shit about you. You're just a commodity and a consumer. BYU runs up the middle, gets stuffed on 1st and 10. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Colorado doing this trend of wearing gray, which is completely stupid. 29,000 minutes of commercials. How many minutes are in a year? Elevator going to get the W. Elevation going to get the W. Oh, okay. 2nd and 9 for BYU. Come on, BYU. What the hell are you doing? Play action, has time, steps up in the pocket. That looked like a face mask, and they did throw the flag. Yeah, how in the hell can BYU play in elevation? I mean, they're pretty much an East Coast team. I mean, Provo is pretty much Atlanta. In Joseph Smith we trust. I'll tell you what, if the first game I convert to Mormonism, BYU wins and embarrasses Dion, I'm going to take 4 wives. I'm going to do it. Say I won't. Say I won't. 1st and 10 after the penalty for BYU on their own 41. Play action, steps back, has time, flushed out of the pocket, just ends up throwing it away. Damn, Colorado must be doing a good job of covering. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Can anyone explain why you'd want to do that? Yeah, can you imagine being married to 4 women and divorcing like 2 of them, paying alimony and child support to 2 different ladies? You would never recover from that. You would never recover from that. Just look at Evander Holyfield. He got like 11 kids. He broke. 2nd and 10 BYU. Read option. Oh, Whitey about snuck out of there. 3rd down. Too many mother-in-laws, yeah. Too many mother-in-laws. 3rd and 5 for BYU. Come on, man. Remember what the book of Abraham said. Father Abraham had many sons, and they all play for BYU. 3rd and 5. Steps back to throw, throws a slant. Miracle catch. I thought that was intercepted. They're probably going to throw PI. That looked intercepted somehow. That looked like a glitch in the Matrix. That looked like a glitch in the Matrix. How in the hell did he catch that? Yeah, that was PI and the guy caught it. That's like the most textbook case of PI. Georgia just turned the ball over inside the 20. That's the 2nd time they've done that. Pass interference, defense. 1st down. 1st down. Scoop on you know how most people have a fear of embarrassment? I guess you were born without that. 7:47 going in 1st. The Mormons, oh, it's going to be a pass. They have a left-handed wide receiver throwing the ball. The wide receiver is going to have to play defense. How many wide receiver throws have we seen this season? I mean, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Yeah, Yoda, someone said that y'all just turned it over inside the 20. That's 2 times this game. Yeah, that was a dumbass play call. Damn BYU coach making Dion look like he knows what the hell he's doing. 2nd and 10 for the Brigham Youngs. They'll hand it off. Big loss. Man, BYU's getting bullied. BYU's getting bullied. 1st down, Bama. How many wives can a Mormon have? I don't know that there's any. Hell, Joseph Smith had like 20 wives. There was also no floor on the age of them either, but hey, you know, They don't want to talk about that. Smith was also into polyamory, which if you don't know what that is, it's taking multiple wives who are currently married. Third and 14, dumps it off. Oh my God, he's going to convert this thing. No, he's about a yard short. Third and 14, BYU 2 yards short here. They're in no man's land kind of though. BYU undefeated too. No, not Grizzly. What do you think I am, made of money? I'll tell you, I've said this on stream before. I go to the quick trip. Hold on a second. 4th and 1. BYU going to go for this. They're going to throw, and he drops it. Turnover on downs. Ball was thrown behind him. What happens if you swallow two in the back? I don't know, Scoop on you. What happens when you swallow? Nothing good, I guess, right? Nothing good. I go to the quick trip and I say, hey, I want all the Longhorn straight you have. Go back there in the back. If you got any back there, put it in a damn bag, and I'm going to swipe my card and I'm going to walk out with it. And I'm going to come in here next week. I'm going to do the same thing. I swear to God, ask C-Dog. He was on the phone with me when I did it a while ago. I was like, hold on a second. Damn, just opened Twitter. NCSU's DC was absent from their game today because his daughter lost her 5-year battle with cancer. Jesus, dude. It's rough. What is this? Why are they showing me soccer? Why the hell is there soccer on here? I'm not a part of that. Don't let me and C-Dog go and hold a hole make you think that I want to watch soccer. Did I mess something up? Or did they put it back on the other channel? My God. Did they switch it back? Is that what happened? This is pissing me off. Damn it. Why can't there be an option that's just like, wherever this game is, keep changing me to that game? I guess they changed it over to ESPN. I came from a Calvinist background. They don't really have the best opinion of Mormons. Well, I mean, I don't think any of these religions are fond of the other religions. I mean, it's kind of like college football, isn't it? Like if you're a Tech fan, you hate the other, you think all the other people are a bunch of dumbasses. That's kind of what it is in religions. Like the Mormons don't think much of the Baptists think the Mormons are a cult. The Catholics are kind of their own deal. Yeah, you act real Jewish, Scoop. I mean, you're small and weak, so maybe. No. So BYU turns it over on downs. Going for it on 4th and 1, trying to throw a slant that was open. The guy just dropped it. All right. Well, Christians is a broader sect. We escaped unscathed today. Oh, yeah, Louisville. Boy, Louisville was in a damn knockdown drag out with Pitt today. Big run for Colorado. First down, still on his feet. I tell you what, as much as I clown Colorado, that running back they have is something else. All right, maybe Dion got him ready to play here. Who knows? I don't know. I'd have to go see who BYU's played this year. Have they been tested? Quarterback draw with Salter. He'll pick up about 7. No, that wasn't Salter. Was that Wildcat? Who's 6? Miller? I'm assuming he's a running back. He don't have a flat jacket on. Draylon Miller, 6'1". Oh, is he the guy that's supposed to be all world for them? He the guy that they wouldn't shut up about in the preseason? Second and 1. They'll run it again. Flag. He breaks a tackle. Man, they're running all over him. There is a flag, though. Wasn't the Jones call? I don't know, man. I mean, let me ask you this. What the hell is that twin flame thing that Jordan Hudson's a part of? What denomination is that? Dumbass? What denomination is twin flame? Taking money from an old, decrepit, demented man? Is that the denomination? All right. I guess the flag was on BYU. 1st and goal. They're just going to keep running this play, and they're going to score with it. Damn, Colorado's going to go up 13-0. Fake mustache. I can't grow much facial hair, but this thing that I call a mustache on my face is real. Damn, Colorado is so awful at quarterback, they refuse to play one. And it's working. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me who wins this game. If Colorado loses, I get to clown on them. If BYU wins, I get to claim that that win is better than it probably was. I mean, we can't lose tonight. All right, Colorado go up 14-0. All right. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Get my feet finder going. What the hell's on my feet? Damn pieces of my chair come off. What y'all doing in the chat? I forgot to update the score. Hold on. If Colorado loses or BYU wins, yeah. Got to go with the feet. I'm not here to poo-poo on anyone's fetish, but the foot one I don't really get. What didn't the Jets have a quarterback, Ryan something? Rex Ryan. It was Rex Ryan's brother, I think, that before Feet Finder or OnlyFans was ever a thing, did some pornographic film, foot fetish film with his wife and released it. I'm pretty sure. Let me go look that up. I think it was Rex Ryan's brother. Lord knows what's about to come up when I type in Rex Ryan foot fetish. I get maybe it wasn't his brother. Rex Ryan unapologetic about foot fetish. Hold on. It's a weird hill to die on. Ex-NFL coach Rex Ryan ripped apart by fans after exposing foot fetish lock screen on ESPN. Are they both into it, Bob Ryan? Okay, in December 2010, the sports website Deadspin posted videos of a woman resembling Ryan's wife, Michelle, in what appeared to be a foot fetish video. At the time, Ryan was the head coach of the New York Jets and called the matter personal. Hey, Rex, I know you're preparing the Jets to play New England tomorrow, but we found your foot fetish video. Hey! That's personal. Oh my God. Yeah, there's all sorts of things. You can buy farts in a jar if you want. I saw a video on YouTube of a lady on British broadcasting talking about how people pay her to fart in jars and mail it to them, and then she has to write down everything she ate. And the guy interviewing her is like, is there a sexual angle to this? And she goes, yeah, absolutely there is. All right, no return for BYU. We might need another Diet Coke, guys. Honestly, foot fetish isn't even on the radar of weirdest things people get into. I'm down bad, the rabbit hole. That's every conversation I have on the phone with Sea-Dog. Like, hey man, did you hear about this? Colorado up 14-0. Play action. BYU looking to throw. Complete across the 50. All right. We are all Rex Ryan. I stand with him. All right. Let's see what we got. First and 10 BYU. They're on the Colorado side of the field now. Play action again. Steps up in the pocket. Takes off running. Runs into his own lineman. He's going to get the first and then some. Also, why the hell is BYU's quarterback number 47? Why is BYU's quarterback number 47? Why did he run into his own lineman? Why are they losing by 14 to Colorado? All right, first and 10 for BYU. Read option takes off. He's going to get the first again, just ran over a Colorado defender because 46 was taken. Touche. What's his initials? I don't know. Let's look. BB. His initials are BB. To commemorate Trump? Okay. First and 10. What? Oh my God, they got the razzle dazzle going. Fakes both ways, dumps it to 20, and he fumbles. I think he was down. They're going to review this. I could be wrong. Yeah, they're saying he was down. Is that really why? Let's see if he was down. Yeah, the ground can't cause a fumble, right? They'll spend 2 hours reviewing it, though. That's really why. Okay. I don't know that I've ever heard that being a reason for someone doing their number that way. Georgia just got stopped on third down and Kirby is crashing out on the refs as usual. Holy crap. No way, man. Yeah, get ready for Georgia fans to start bitch whining, complaining about refs. Run up the gut, gets to the outside, still on his feet. Picks up about 6. I need a Diet Coke in my belly, and my belly needs another Diet Coke. Put it right into my gullet now. I need to drink about 15 of these. All right, BYU, 2nd and 3, threatening to score. Play action. Oh, the guy fell down. It wouldn't have been complete anyway. Appreciate the $5 from Minutes and Principles Life. Fire Mike Bobo. Oh, man, they hate Mike Bobo. Guy averages 38 points a game. They can't stand the guy. Penn State and Oregon in overtime. Wow. So we've had at least 3 overtime games today. Mike Bobo's the reason they're even close. Yeah, they admonish people for bitching about refs, but they're the worst offender of it. 3rd and 3, play action. Steps up, looking to run. Zigging and zagging. He gets stopped. It's going to be 4th and 3. Let's see this damn Georgia game. Let me pull it up on my phone. Yoda T. No, nerd stop. Yoda, do you think that Bobo is the issue? Is he the problem? Does BYU kick the field goal here? 4th and 3. They do. They are going to kick the field goal. All right, I got Georgia up on my phone. All right, BYU on the board. WreckTalk's team on the board. No one's complaining to refs more than Kirby, but it actually works for him because they start to call his way late. Bobo not the problem, okay. Well, at least half of your fan base is thoroughly convinced of that. What just happened? I thought I just saw him kick the field goal. Did they take a timeout or something? Or did what the hell just happened? Did they have to re-kick it? Okay, all right, whatever. I'm thoroughly confused as per usual. Damn, 24-21 with 3:19 to go. In the 4th. Man, Georgia can't tackle today, man. They pick up like 7 there. I got to hold my phone like this. YouTube get mad at me again. Be 2nd and 3 for Bama. BYU about to kick. Here, maybe if I sit here, then I won't be in threat of it. Go, clock, go. All right. BYU to kick. Fair catch. Fair catch by Colorado. If I want to, C-Dog just texted me, said, if I want to laugh, type Mike Bobo into Twitter. Let's do that real quick. What y'all saying about Bobo? let me read some of the Mike Bobo tweets to you guys. Mike Bobo really ran 3 straight wide receiver screens for -5 yards in critical possessions. Basically calling Mike Bobo the R word. If Mike Bobo does not get fired after this, I swear, WTF. Fuck Mike Bobo. I'm so tired of y'all defending that man. 1st and 10 for Colorado. Handoff. Broke 1 tackle. Someone fell on his ankle, or he'd probably still be running. Oh, me. Oh, George is on a commercial. So let me go back to reading these tweets. Mike Bobo really said, 4th and 1, let's hand it off to Cash Jones when a true freshman is averaging 11 yards a carry. Mike Bobo is a domestic terrorist. Mike Bobo will burn in hell for screens. Man, oh, man. All right, first quarter about to end here for Colorado BYU. No, I don't think we deserve to be ranked any higher after today. What else are they saying? Bro, why are we running halfback swing on 3rd and 9 with Cash Jones? Mike Bobo, bitch, this is not college football 26, man. Fuck. Oh, my God. Okay, something I can't even read. Mike Bobo coaches in horizontal, not vertical. Mike Bobo obsession using Cash Jones on 3rd and 4 has to be studied. So I didn't see that play, but Georgia fans not happy with them going to Cash Jones. BYU hasn't been the same since they told BYU to kick rocks for having sex. That is something he agreed to, though. I mean, as stupid as I think, you know, a football team dictating their brand of morality, I mean, he agreed to it. Penn State just got a touchdown in overtime. All right, 2:32 to go in the Georgia game. 121 second half yards, 151 for Georgia. 2nd and 3. Georgia has all their timeouts. They'll run it. They'll be close to a first. It'll be about 3rd and 1. Be 3rd and less than 1 for Bama. They'll let the clock roll down under the 2-minute, though. Yeah, if you agree to that, and the true freshman that dropped a touchdown pass, there was no reason for Cash Jones. I mean, damn, y'all won 33 in a row at home. Be all right. You didn't have to watch a struggle win basically gifted to you today. Oh, Penn State takes the lead from Oregon. I'm rooting for Penn State in that. I hope Penn State pulls it out. Kirby fired up. Kirby mad. Shake it off. Oh, man, there's some long faces in Stanford. Or Sanford. Stanford. All right. 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to go. Quarterback sneak, tush push. I don't think he got it. Georgia players jumping up in the air like there's a flag. Might be a flag for unnecessary roughness. There was a Georgia player that just came in and a dolphin dived onto the play. Is this going to be a personal foul? Oh my God, there's going to be a crash out of epic proportions. Let's see. Personal foul on Georgia. Why is the clock at 2:20 now? Yeah, the dude did NFL blitz. 2nd and 4 for Colorado. They'll pick up another first. That was kind of dumb. That was kind of dumb. Man, that's huge, though. That gave them an automatic first and 15. Oh, and you'll have Georgia fans all over the internet saying they need to kick that guy off the team. All right, 1st and 10 for Colorado. They'll throw. They got Salter in. Guy's open. They'll pick up about 7. Here, let me put this right here. Now I can look at my phone too, see? Outcoached again. Jackpot, our 28-year-old backup sporting the... What? What did Jackpot just text me? Salter takes off running. He got ear-holed. What the hell did Jackpot just text me? I might have to call him depending on what this is. Oh, Jackpot said, this man's, you're probably not going to be able to see it, supporting the WreckTalk mustache. Y'all about to go off. I feel important whenever Jackpot texts me. Play action Colorado all day, throws it away. When did he send me that? Just now. See, people make fun of the mustache. It's become its own legend, guys. This mustache has its own ethos. We may have a golden game day. I'm going to call Sea-Dog if it happens. Flag on BYU. So Colorado will get a first. Illegal substitution. Damn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. This fat ass was too slow getting off the field. 1st and 5. Caden Salter, still on his feet, slides, picks up about 20. Fourth down and 1 to go for Oregon. Georgia game still on commercial. Is that mustache from Parks and Rec? Actually, it is. It actually is. Play action Colorado. He's going to take a sack. Man, he gets brought down for about a 10, 15 yard loss. Remember when they kept typing salt shakers in the chat like this guy wasn't straight doo-doo ass? Sea-Dog will post first. Yeah. Oh, me. Here, can I put it right here? Will it stay? Can I get it to balance? Hell yeah, I got it to balance. I'm a damn genius, guys. I forgot how smart I was. You ever forget how smart you are? And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was was almost targeting on Georgia too, with that dolphin dive. Touchdown Oregon. Okay. All right, Bama. 1st and 10 now, 2 minutes to go. They'll hand it off. Big run for Bama. They pick up, well, not big, but they pick up about 6. Clock keeps ticking. Georgia has 2 timeouts. I'm assuming they took one there. They do. I enjoyed listening to you all day. Well, I appreciate that. My ex-wife never felt that way, so you're better than her, I guess. But I'm totally over it, okay? I'm totally over it. I'm fine, okay? Double overtime for Penn and Oregon. Does it not feel like we've had more overtime this year than we ever have? Uncle Lou was probably planning his Georgia Tech season is over speech, but it's Georgia on the ropes, yeah? Yeah. 2nd and 4 for Bammy. Let's see here. Minute 55 to go. Alabama 8 up in the backfield. It's going to be about 3rd and 6. Georgia will probably use their last timeout. Yep. What game am I live streaming? Well, it's a bye week. That's a good question. I haven't looked into next week's games. What do you think? What do you want to see, David Knorr? You got a wrench next to your name. What the hell what do you want to see? I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you. Excuse me. Oh my God, what did you just send me, Goldfella? Hold on a second. I'll look at it. Just give me a second. All right, 3rd and 5, 1:51 to go. Georgia Bammy. Not right now, lady. I'm watching football. 3rd and 5. Rolls out. Throws. 1st down, Alabama. Does that seal it? Can they knee the clock out now? What a gutsy play call by Bama there. Touchdown, Oregon. You should stream UNC Clemson. Pete's going to be streaming that. Maybe I will. All right, Colorado 2nd and 14. Oh, my God. That guy just got popped. That guy hit me harder than Sea-Dog hit me today. That's ball game. Down goes Georgia. Down goes Georgia in that 33-game home winning streak. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Don't say anything. I didn't know if you were just going to admonish me when you called. What do you need, lady?
Yeah, I just was calling to bitch about my anxiety.
I forgot you rooted for Bama and you can't handle. I mean, y'all won everything for a decade.
Well, that doesn't mean that I've become suddenly a good loser.
You're an awful loser.
I'm a terrible loser.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize in advance that our daughter seems to have the same problem, so.
She does. Everyone on the stream can hear you, too, just so you know.
Oh, well.
I beat her ass at chess today, though.
No.
I did.
Does everybody on your stream know what an idiot you are?
No, they know what an idiot you are, though. Interception, Ducks win. Damn, Penn State Penn State can't win the big one. Isn't that something? Oh, yeah. You have your own moniker on the channel. Your name is X-Rex. So, Nerdstop says hi, X-Rex.
That's better than Jezebel.
I have many names for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay.
What the hell she thinks she doing calling me while I'm streaming? Damn, BYU about blocked this kick. And they'll catch it inside the 5. To hell with Georgia. Oh, me. What is with Georgia and Alabama, man? Because Alabama just gotten that much better and figured shit out since Florida State? Or is it just Georgia is cursed? Where'd my phone go? I don't even know where I set it now. Where'd it go? Call C-Dog. Oh, he's probably recording. I got to find where the hell I put my phone. There it is. Let's call C-Dog. BYU takes over in their own. UGA fans calling for Kirby to be fired, says Joe the Pilot in the Discord. That's insane. C-Dog's phone doesn't work worth a shit. Half the time he doesn't even see.
Please leave your message for.
Answer the phone, dude. Can't beat everyone, including Tech. Can beat everybody else, including Tech. Well, anyone can beat anybody. Oh, let me go look at that. Is that the same link, Goldfella, that you posted before? I think it is. Let me go read it. It's time to question Kirby, man. He may have to go. It's not just Bobo. Kevo, I gotta go follow this guy. Damn, how soft are Georgia fans? They lose to Bama, and now some of them want Kirby fired. Oh my God. BYU throws complete on the comeback route to convert to 2nd and 8. Stanford over San Jose State, 30-29, with 11 seconds left. Lou's got to put UGA in the "Your Season is Over" video. He catches as much. Remember when he was on College Football Weekly and I said, what fan base are you most likely to get in a fight with? And he said, UGA fans. Oh, man. Yeah, he's definitely recording a video. He's not even responding to my text. I'll tell you what, we'll call Jackpot then. We'll call old Jackpot. He might not answer either.
Good evening.
Jackpot, I didn't know you had a RecTalk mustache having quarterback.
Well, I didn't either. I didn't know that he'd actually grown one out, but I guess he decided to throw caution to the wind, and he did it.
You think he was watching RecTalk?
He probably was. In fact, I'm pretty sure he probably was. He's almost as old as you are.
He's got a wife and kids, and then an ex-wife and kids watching him in the stands too.
Yeah, he's got everything.
Are you heartbroken that Kirby got beat there, and their 33-game home winning streak is over?
Well, I'm a little bit pissed because I picked him at our pickup challenge, but I'm also pissed because we were the last ones to do it. I would have liked that streak to have continued, but they just don't have it this year. I don't know.
Yeah. What? Who are y'all playing again?
Kentucky.
How'd that go?
35-13.
Oh, you got walked?
No, we beat them.
Oh, okay. Well, the way you didn't sound all that thrilled about it.
Oh, no. We destroyed them.
So are you still streaming?
No.
Okay.
We just got done. Yeah, it was 35-13. We had a scoop and score touchdown. Their quarterback was terrible. He got sacked. We sacked him like 6 or 7 times. We sacked him once, a scoop and score, and then we had an interception return for a touchdown. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about that one. That was the best game they played all year.
Hell yeah. Well, C-Dog wouldn't answer. I know he'd be thrilled about UGA, and you actually answered and he didn't. So will you like to be my best friend now?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Done deal.
Well, I can't believe that they, I don't know, I can't believe that winning streak's over. I thought they would have beat them. I really did.
They got beat by a team that's got a guy that paints his nails and has an emotional support teddy bear, don't they? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah. Did he do anything in the game? I didn't really watch it. I mean, because I was too focused on our game, so I really didn't watch a whole. In fact, the Penn State game was 17-3, Oregon, and it was in the fourth quarter. And I mean, I thought it was over. I had that on while the other game was on. I switched it to something else. I switched it to Virginia Tech and NC State because I had taken Virginia Tech to cover the spread in that game. I put some money on it because I just figured with a new coach or whatever that they would come out and I just figured they'd be focused and they'd win that game. And I didn't bet them on the money line though because I just didn't have the nuts to pull the trigger on it, but they did, and I watched the end of that. And so I turned it off of the Penn State-Oregon game, and I had turned on Uncle Lou's little Patreon stream, and I had it playing in the background, and he said, Penn State needs to go for 2 if they score. Well, how do you score? And I'm like, wait, something going on here? So I turned it back, and damn, if they weren't about to tie it up to go to overtime. Man. So I don't know what happened there, but...
Yeah, I know Lou was having trouble with his stream all day. Sometimes OBS just... craps out on you, but before
OBS is that something like StreamYard?
Honestly, Jackpot, I need to come up for a weekend and just set you up with everything you need. I think that we need to do that.
Yeah, I do because we use StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard's fine. It's just that OBS you can customize everything exactly how you want it. But anyways, before I let you go. Are you aware of Pete v. Coin?
I saw something about it, yeah.
So Pete has 3 locks of the week. I pick the same ones versus a coin flip. So like heads will be the plus side, tails will be the minus side of the spread. We're doing this for the whole season. Who would you put your money on, Pete or coin?
Pete.
You're going Pete. All right. He tied the coin last week. I got to look. How his picks did this week. I think he did better than coin this week.
Yeah, I gotta go with Pete. I gotta go with whatever. Yeah, I gotta go with him.
All right. Well, have a good one, buddy.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
I love Jackpot. I love the hell out of Jackpot.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you're on the stream, by the way. Everyone can hear you, but Golden Game Day.
Golden Game Day! Woo! Best day of football.
When was the last Golden Game Day?
We play. Who did we play? I forget who we played, but Georgia lost to Ole Miss, and we beat some terrible ACC team. I'm sure. On the same day last year.
So,
and the last Golden Game Day before that was in 2017. So, I'm pretty stoked, to be honest.
Can you imagine if we did get beat by weight, Georgia would have lost, but it wouldn't have been a Golden Game Day. A lot of things had to come together for this moment.
I know. Dude. It's our year, dude. I'm telling you.
Undefeated.
I just got, when you were calling me, I guess I was filming a video.
I figured you were. And if you hear from Jackpot that I became best friends with him because you didn't answer and he did, like, disregard that.
Hey, what the hell?
Just don't watch the stream back later. Don't do everything is fine.
You know my phone don't work. It didn't even ring.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You need to get a new phone, dude.
I did. It is a new phone. I guess it's like the chip. I don't know.
Oh, is W you bitching about refs? Dog, you know as well as anybody. No one bitches about refs like Georgia fans.
Oh yeah. What are they bitching about? They need to be bitching about my Bobo.
Oh, they are.
Listen to my advice and look up.
I read it on stream, yeah. And then someone, Goldfella sent me a tweet of this Georgia fan that said, seriously, man, we got to start questioning Kirby now.
Yes, they most certainly do. They need to run him out of town.
How bad do you think Kirby Smart is, C-Dog?
I think he's not only not a top 25 coach, I think he's a bottom 25 coach in the country. They need to get rid of him at once.
Yeah. 3 undefeated.
Kalen DeBoer, he can lose every single game as long as he beats Georgia in my book.
Yeah, Kalen DeBoer, he can't beat Florida State. Who can he beat, though?
He can be, hey, when it comes to the ACC juggernauts, he don't stand a chance. But a casual road game in the SEC is no problem to Kalen DeBoer. There's nothing that makes me happier. Because I know you were watching that game, but you probably didn't have the audio on.
No, I didn't.
The Georgia fans were unbelievable. Like, they had, they were extremely loud, crazy, obnoxious. It was a hellhole up there tonight.
How many arrests in Athens tonight, you think?
Oh, dude, I wish I could go up there and, like, get into fights and stuff.
Just start.
I should go parade around Athens right now.
And just start fighting mad Georgia fans.
Yeah. Be like, you told her to know. Not me, though.
No, we beat Wake's ass
today. Can you
today.
imagine what it's like to have a loss this year? I really could not even imagine it.
That's true, man. I can't relate to the Georgia fan right now.
I have no idea what it would be like. Like, I can't even think of it. In the big 2025.
Damn. We are making fun of UGA fans dumb enough to call for Kirby's head after one loss, yeah.
And Mike Bobo, they hate Mike Bobo. It is so funny.
This BYU guy just fielded the ball a punt in his own end zone. So
I see that they're losing in Colorado. What's going on there?
Colorado didn't even run a quarterback for a while. They ran Wildcat. Oh my God, BYU's quarterback dancing like that Florida State receiver bobbling the ball.
In there?
Yeah, he's looked okay.
I said that they benched him too early. Why would they bench him after playing? Like, we're a good team.
Because they think if someone isn't, if anything that's shy of Lord Shador, the guy's trash.
Yeah, it's silly.
And I converted to Mormonism, and now the damn Joseph Smiths are getting beat. I can't have one game where I've decided a team I'm rooting for where it's not a struggle fest, dude.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What just happened? Mike Bobo is the reason there is traffic in Atlanta. Poor Bobo. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why we got disconnected there.
Please leave your message for...
His phone is trash, dude. I don't know what's up with his phone. Did Carl pick this game? No, well, he did. I'd have to go back and look. As long as it was on the Carolina Jackpot pick'em spread thing, then Carl picked him. because he picks Pete's picks. He picks the spread. Kashav, Georgia Tech is the last undefeated team in the state of Georgia. That is true. Never a doubt today, was it? That was never in doubt for us. Mike Bobo personally pisses in the MARTA stations. Dang. Honestly, Mike Bobo's going to have like a police escort out of Sanford Stadium tonight. Like he's going to get death threats if he hasn't already. They're going to want to kill that guy. They're like, oh, but Todd Monken. Well, Todd Monken had two of the best defenses in college football history. You think that helped Todd Monken out a little bit? You think if maybe Mike Bobo had the defenses that Todd Monken did, people might look a little differently on Mike Bobo? Maybe. So many teams are dropping in rank, we're probably going to move up undeservingly since so many other teams are falling out. Well, who's lost? Like, what 5 teams were ranked ahead of Georgia Tech? Let's look at the NCAA rankings. Georgia was ranked 5th. Florida State was ranked 8th. Tennessee won. Iowa State won. Ole Miss won. Texas Tech won, didn't they? Indiana won. We might not move up, man. I don't think they're going to drop Florida State behind us. 1st and 10 for BYU. Play action, quarterback run. Picks up 4 or 5. Penn State, Georgia, FSU, LSU. So, number 3, number 4, number 8. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we jump any of those teams. Nor do I care. 2nd and 6, BYU. Come on, man. 2nd and 6, BYU. That guy caught that with one hand. How in the hell did that guy has a mustache too, man. If you don't have a mustache right now, I mean, what the hell are you doing with your life? Hear that? That's the sound of thousands of Georgia fans wishing they had Buster Faulkner instead of Bobo. Well, hell, half of the Tech fan base hates Buster Faulkner today. So, I mean, there ain't an OC in Georgia that anyone's a fan of at the moment. 1st and 10, BYU. After that amazing circus catch, steps back to throw, throws downfield, complete for about 15. About that and that. Flex of the century. Yeah. Nah. What the hell happened to C-Dot? Did his phone die or something? 1st and 10. Rhett, congrats on your win today. Appreciate it, Eddie. All right. BYU, quarterback takes off running, pitches it late, almost picks up the 1st down. Yeah, we needed every bit of help we could get today. It's like we're about to go into the 2-minute warning here for Colorado. Who was BYU? I missed it. Let me go back. What was the Aflac trivia question? Ty Detmer, that's my guess. I don't even know. Who was the BYU quarterback? Come on. Show it to me again. Who was the BYU quarterback the last time they played in Bowler? It wasn't Ty Detmer, I'm sure. Ty Detmer was a long time ago. I don't know when the last time they played in Boulder was. Also, the Green Bay Packers are the more recognizable version of that logo. They did steal that logo. Yeah, that's true. Sea-Dog uses a rotary phone. Yeah, not responding to my text either. I don't know what's going on with his phone. Extend Bobo. Do you guys know how many times Haynes King threw today? Does anyone know how many times Haynes King threw the ball today? Yeah, I got to do it backwards. 42. I should know that from officiating basketball. Got to do it backwards. What's going on, traveling fools? Haynes King threw the ball 42 times today. I'd have to look at what was the last time he threw for more than 30 times in a game. That's Pete. I text Pete with a snapshot of Sleeta. He streamed a watch party for the UGA game. If you guys don't know who Sleeta is, he's a person that is basically brain dead, that has a channel that he admits to being cucked several times and is an infidel. He did a video this week that was like, I'm not married and I don't have any kids, but it's totally fine. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sea-Dog, guys. Ain't got no clue. This upcoming stretch of games for Tech scares me, especially how we played the last time. Yeah, we got to play better. Damn turnovers, penalties, you know, deciding not to play for an entire quarter or half. I mean, none of that's going to work out for you. Being a driver in Athens may be the innermost circle of hell right now. There's Pete. Pete, do you know what this is? Appreciate the $5 from Matt. Says, go Jackets, win is a win, but I'm definitely not celebrating it. Wish we won better. Arguably lost without their backup going out as well. This is true. This is true. Jim McMahon was the last quarterback who played in Boulder, so it was before Ty Detmer was the last quarterback for BYU. BYU throws, picks up about 6, gets slung into the damn cement wall. Sea-Dog is in Athens. Yeah, Pete, you did. I don't know if you heard it. I don't think you did. Sea-Dog said, I just want to go to Athens and fight Georgia fans. I'm so happy right now. I was like, you just want to go and fight Georgia fans that are mad? He said, yeah. Second and 3 for BYU. Pitches. Big run for BYU down to the Colorado 40. Colorado's going to get beat. Colorado's just flat out going to get beat. Pete, if you're still in here, I have a question for you. Who is more stupid and delusional as a fan base? Dion Sanders fans or Florida State fans? 1st and 10 BYU. Steps back to throw. Got time. Deep ball. Flag, probably going to be pass interference. Sea-Dog is crazy. Sea-Dog is crazy, bro. Pete, you missed my X-Rex calling in on the stream, asking me if people knew how dumb I am. Of course they know how dumb I am. Of course they know. They've been watching WreckTalk for years. I know how dumb I am. Dion fans? Could be. Could be. Yeah. Dion Sanders fans have said that 3 different quarterbacks on their team are the best quarterback in the country, and they've said the same 3 quarterbacks are also the worst 3 quarterbacks in the country. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in the span of 3 weeks. 1st and 10 BYU, steps back to throw, deep ball again. That might be offensive pass interference. We'll have to see. Or it might be defensive. FSU, because they deserve to make the 2023 college football playoffs, but not us. That's your gripe with them? Damn. WT7 has about as many brain cells in his head as his damn name, letters in his screen name. So we can't beat Bama, but y'all believe every year y'all can beat Georgia? I didn't pick us to beat Georgia this year. Yeah, that's defensive pass interference. Pass interference, dumbasses, first down, Mormons. Let's go Mormons, baby. I might go to, when do Mormons have church? I'm ready to go to temple. Give me that chastity belt. Oh, but here's the thing. I don't think, if you're Mormon, you can't drink caffeine, right? That might be a problem. We just won't tell anybody. We just won't tell anybody. Minute 29 to go in the half. BYU threatening to score here. Handoff. Make something out of nothing there and pick up 5. Jesse Vardaman says UGA fans. I saw a Georgia fan say Stetson Bennett would save the Falcons. If they got him, he might not win a game. That's dumb on a few different levels. First of all, no one's going to save the Falcons. The Falcons are the most trash NFL franchise in the league right now. I mean, remember when everyone said, Matt Ryan's a problem for the Falcons? You get rid of Matt Ryan, Falcons are going to be great. What's the Falcons done since Matt Ryan left? Nothing. Not jack shit. The last Falcons game I watched was probably the Super Bowl, in 2015 or something? If you're Mormon, you can't dip, though? You can... You can take 5 different wives, but you can't dip or drink caffeine. You can literally tell a woman, dictate everything she does in life, but you can't dip. I'm confused. Who is Cameron? C-A-M''RON. Who the hell is that? That's what, when Colorado's starting to get their ass beat, that's what they do. Look at this celebrity, though. Don't you know Ice Cube came and talked to us? Isn't that great? Yeah, no one, does Ice Cube have pads and a helmet? Who gives a shit? Yeah, Falcons are dog shit. 3rd and 3 for the Mormons here. Roll out, throw. First down. Does BYU have a single player that's not white? I have to look. BYU's team is comprised almost exclusively. Yeah, well, their left tackle. It looks like they got some guys on the offensive line. Weird that none of your skill position players, huh? Okay. They couldn't score on Carolina. They are trash, yeah. Timeout, BYU. I mean, is there a team that's worse than the Falcons right now? Well, the Amish kind of have this cool thing, though. I don't know if every sect of the Amish community does this. I don't think they do. But once you turn like 18 or something, they're like, hey, go out in the world, blow it out, and if you want to come back, come back. Now, why anyone would come back, I don't know. But they at least let you go out there and burn the candle from both ends if you want. They have one black dude, but he identifies as white. Oh, me. Dion is the greatest Falcon ever. That's not true. And look, Dion was a fantastic player. He's not the greatest Falcon. How long did he even play for Atlanta? Yeah, I was talking about the Amish. Dion might be the greatest cornerback to ever play. Or defensive back to ever play. You could make that argument. I don't know that he played with Atlanta long enough. 1st and goal. Roll out for BYU. Throw. Touchdown BYU. Yes! Book of Abraham, baby. Let's go. Do they, you know how the Catholics have, like, what is the Catholics thing? Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. Does the Mormons have that? Something like that? Let's go. That one was for Joseph Smith, baby. Let's go. Let's update the score. $10-14. So there'll be 46 seconds left. Joseph Smith, dum. College football is drunk, bro. That says College Football Express. Yeah, Matt Ryan. Michael Vick is probably the most electrifying player that's ever played football, period. For you that are not old enough to have watched Michael Vick, he was a cheat code. If he would have taken watching film a hair more seriously, I mean, my God. You have a guy that runs a sub 4.3 40 playing quarterback that has an absolute cannon for an arm. Sorry, my phone died. Let me call you back in a little. Damn Sea-Dog. He's late for everything. He can't get his phone charged even though he's at home. I'm going to start calling Sea-Dog can't get right. Damn, Colorado don't even take it. They return it. They don't even get back to the 20. I guess we'll hear from can't get right in a minute. Yoda's getting hammered. Matt Ryan's MVP is the best season a Falcon has ever had, I think. You're probably right. And, I mean, the second best player that's ever played for the Falcons is probably Julio Jones. Shout out to Alabama. Julio Jones was a freaking nasty receiver. Yeah, we'll call Sea-Dog can't get right. Roll out for Salter. Steps up. I don't think that'll be a sack, but he didn't get much out of that. Sea-Dog reminds me of a woman. Yeah, and like you guys have never been around me out here in the real world, but I've got zero patience for being late places. Zero. On my deathbed, they'll be like, hey, do you have any final words? I'll be like, fuck Sea-Dog for being late. 2nd and 9. Incomplete. Almost picked. Almost picked. Good call on Julio. Yeah, Julio was nasty. Georgia man says I'm down bad right now. But I mean, damn. How many games have y'all lost in the past 3 or 4 years? It's going to be all right, man. Oh, broken tackle for Colorado. Damn, he almost got a first. They're going to have to punt, though. Now that'll end the half. So halftime, my new favorite team, BYU, down by 4 to one of the worst coaches to ever do it. Oh, he was trying to get a timeout. They didn't give it to him. They didn't give it to him, man. This is why I'm getting drunk. May wake up in my backyard. May wake up with a carrot in your ass. You're not careful. You don't want to pass. I don't know who you're around, especially around these parts. You don't want to lose consciousness around like me or something. Ain't no telling what'll happen. Oh, they did put a second back on the clock. They did put a second back on the clock. Oh, me. Steven Jackson was not awful. What are you talking about? Wait, what are y'all talking about? It's going to be 4th and 2. They might just run around here to get to half. Well, the tough games Georgia has coming up, they survived Tennessee. That was a tough early test for them. Let me look at Georgia's schedule. Let's pull up Georgia's schedule here. Yeah, I got a few notches we need to put in this thing. ...2025 schedule. Foosball schedule. Who keeps advertising on your stream? I don't know. I thought I cut it off. Give me a second. Yeah, Colorado's going to just run back, try and run the clock out. They throw out of bounds. That'll be the half. All right. I don't know how to cut that off. Let me do some research here on the fly for you. Yeah, it just gives me the option to delay ads. Oh, here's what I can do. Edit. Off. Boom. Boom. Done. Now you ain't got to worry about it. Now you ain't got to worry about it. How about that? Oh, Vandy Dandy in the chat. Fourth and Buzz and their third stringers. Huh? Georgia's officially the new Clemson. Well, Vandy Dandy might be... I'm trying to think of the stupidest commenters that come around my comment section. Vandy Dandy is a good candidate for number one. I mean, he's ranked. Vandy Dandy's ranked in dumbass commenters. All right. So Georgia's got Kentucky next week, which is homecoming. Don't overlook that game. They did just get walked by South Carolina, though, to be fair. Georgia should be able to take care of Kentucky. At Auburn, looking ahead to Ole Miss, who looks really good right now, could be a trip up as well. Auburn's not awful. Ole Miss is going to be a tough one, though. You get them at home, luckily. Then you get a bye. You get Florida. Florida's another team that everyone's laughing at, but they have a defense that if they ever did figure things out on offense, they could creep up on someone. I don't think they do it against Georgia. At Mississippi State, they gave Tennessee everything they wanted today, and Tennessee gave Georgia everything they wanted. So make of that what you will. Texas, I don't think much of Texas. Charlotte at Georgia Tech, which is at the Benz. Now, without any trolling, I think we can all agree, despite how Georgia Tech played today, Georgia Tech ain't some easy out for Georgia at the end of the season. So let's say you go into that, you drop another game, like let's say you dropped Ole Miss. If you have to beat Tech to make the playoffs, that's not a given for you, though. Now, will you be favored? Yes. Should you win that game? Yes. But, that ain't a give me. Auburn's a rival game, probably close, but Singleton drops a game winner. UGA has to see us in the Benz. The tide has rolled. Have y'all looked up what tickets are for that? Friggin' insane what the tickets are for that Georgia Tech game. I kind of admonish Tech fans for that not being included in season tickets, but I kind of get it now. Like, decent tickets today to that game are like $300. Like, I'm not talking about good or great tickets, I'm decent tickets. UGA also has Tech in Atlanta left. I, a UGA fan, is predicting UGA has a minimum of 3 losses at the end of the season. I mean, that's not like some crazy unreasonable thing to say. Now, we'll have to see. Like, every team has a team that has their number, Bama just has Georgia's number, right? And maybe Bama has recovered from that loss to Florida State and, maybe they get things rolling. I have no idea. Shout out to John Daly. I need another Diet Coke. God, I love Diet Coke, man. Pitch a tent when I drink a Diet Coke. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's Diet Coke we go. I'm gonna drink this Diet Coke and then another after that. Hi-ho. All right, I plan on going to the bins. We'll get ready to pony up some money. I won't be going. I will be streaming here. Honestly, as heartbreaking as that loss to Georgia was, appreciate the Cash App, Yoda. Let me look at it. Yoda sends a Cash App, $4 for Willpower, and now I'm scared of carrots. Yeah, dude. Don't fuck around with no carrot around me. But as heartbreaking as that loss was last year, me and C-Dog were talking maybe a few weeks ago, like, streaming that game was a ton of fun. It's like one of my best memories on YouTube. And honestly, like, I might reconsider going to so many Tech home games just because I like streaming. I like being in here with you guys. Yeah, John Daly is goated. John Daly's my hero. John Daly was the 19th alternate for the PGA championship. For whatever reason, 18 people ahead of him couldn't play. He makes the PGA championship and wins the son of a bitch. And wins it. He was the first guy to consistently hit over 300 yards. He's clearly an alcoholic. He's one of the most degenerate gambling addicts that's ever lived. This man gambled away over $100 million. Pretty much all his money, gambled it away. Married 4 times, but won 2 majors and beat Tiger Woods hungover as shit. Beat prime Tiger Woods hungover. Pour one out for your boy John Daly. That's not crazy, but we all thought that at this time last year too. I mean, look, I'm not a Georgia fan, so I'll take your word for it. Tech played like a 10-year-old on College Football 25. I don't know why they are like playing with their food. I was at the Colorado game with my dad, and we were surrounded by obnoxious Colorado fans. It was hilarious how they acted after the King Dagger. Yeah. Vandy Dandy says his bar in Nashville will make a few of those millions back. But can you, like, can you imagine just giving $100 million for nothing in return, just giving it away to somebody? Don't you think after you lost like 10 million, you'd be like, hold up. Maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I don't. Like, there are decent-sized companies that aren't worth $100 million. I didn't know he had a bar in Nashville, though. That's pretty... you know what? We're going to Nashville for the Slob Olympics. We got to go by John Daly's bar. If you want to learn to play golf, just do what John Daly does. Someone asked John Daly, like, how do you play golf so well? And John Daly said, I just knock the piss out of the ball, and then if I can find it, I do that again. The worst golf advice ever, and it worked for the guy. Daly's the most don't give a fuck man in history. Yes, he is. The problem is they don't handle their money. Well, you see this with all these, well, not all, but a lot, like these NFL players. Oh, I got this $10 million signing bonus, or whatever it is, $5 million signing bonus. Half of that's going to go to Uncle Sam. And then these guys will go to the club and spend $75,000 at the club. Well, hell, that, you do that a few times, you about eat up all that signing bonus. Did you guys see 30 for 30 broke? I know I've talked about it on the channel. That poor guy near the end, yeah. I spent $75 million on a Hummer and a few houses. There was a financial advisor, they were asked like, hey, Bill Burr talked about it too. Like, hey, LeBron James is going to be the first billion-dollar athlete. What advice would you give him as a financial planner? This guy's got aviators on. This guy's a total clown. And he goes, it's simple. Don't blow it. Keep it simple. Count your money. Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you don't, that's how you manage $1 billion. Cool. Appreciate it, buddy. Don't blow it. Keep it simple. Count your money. Guys, I just got the results in. Coin went 9 for 11 on the Pick'em, on Carolina Jackpot's Pick'em Challenge. Flipping a coin, this is so great that we're just talking about gambling. Flipping a coin went 9 for 11. I've told you before, if someone said, I'll pick up, let's say 200 picks against the spread. You flip a coin to pick it. There's no amount of money that I wouldn't bet that you can't beat a coin flip. None. Every bit of money that I'll make in my life, I would bet on that. Sometimes I feel like Key just wants to make sure Haynes King has a chance to take 10 body shots on an epic 8-minute game-winning drive. I thought they banned you for live streaming. Well, I tell you what I did. They did ban me from live streaming. I called up the head of YouTube. I said, hey, buddy, people need to know what I got to say. Don't think I won't come over there to California, stomp a mud hole in your ass and stomp it dry. I'm from Georgia. I don't play games like y'all do. And he apologized fervently, and then now I can stream. 30 for 30 and that Miami player that bought the Hummer, yeah. I spent $75 million on a Hummer. Oh my God. Now, I don't think he beat Pete. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember Pete's exact picks. But I don't think he beat Pete. But 9 for 11. If I had that much money, I wouldn't let anyone handle it. You can just buy T-bills on the S&P. I told my own dad this. Let's say I hit the Mega Millions for and I clear 100 million or something. I would not tell a soul that I hit the lottery. I wouldn't change a thing about my life, and I wouldn't tell a soul. I'd put it away. I'd go buy a decent house somewhere, and no one other than me and some financial guy that helped me would know that I hit the lottery. How did Mini Wreck do? Well, she took Florida State, so that didn't hit. She took Tennessee, but I don't know what the spread was on Tennessee. Tennessee probably didn't hit the spread, so she didn't hit that one. And I don't remember what the other one was. Wreck has motion. What are you talking about? Are you scared of Virginia Tech after they won at NC State? I'm scared, but not for that reason. I'm scared because you basically got beat by Wake Forest today. That's what scares me. I'm scared because for an entire half of football, we did thumb and ass and scored 3 points. We didn't score a single touchdown in the first half today. So I don't really care what happened with NC State and Virginia Tech. We played like hot ass. No, I would get a lawyer involved. I would set a trust up so that 95% of the money would go to my kid. In fact, I think it would be great if that happened. I wouldn't even tell my daughter. And then just whenever I died, it's like, hey, your dad left you $100 million, right? It'd be the most epic peace out of this world there's ever been. And then if I did outlive my ex-wife, which is likely since I'm 9 years younger than her, she would be pissed. She would be pissed. F that, I'm going Dave Chappelle, I'm rich, bitch. Oh, me. Yeah, you're right. I'd probably come on the stream and be like, I hit the lottery, dummies. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Yeah, the minute someone trolled me in the chat, that would be over, wouldn't it? If I hit the lottery, someone's trolled me in the chat. Oh, yeah? And I just picked $1 million in a bag. Could you pick $1 million up? You probably could. It'd be heavy. How much does $1 million weigh? Let's assume a one note, let's assume it's in hundreds, is an ounce. Is that a fair assessment? How much does a dollar bill weigh? Or how much does a $100 bill weigh? It's about a gram. Okay. Give me grams to pounds conversion. 1 gram is about 0.0022 pounds. So 0.002, where's my calculator? 0.0022 times 1 million. That's 6 zeros. Hell no, you couldn't pick that up. If it was in hundreds, that's over 2 ton. That's 1 ton. 2,200 pounds in hundreds. Is that right? How much? That seems like a lot. That seems way too much. That seems way too much, doesn't it? No, it's 22 pounds. I was off by a factor of 1,000. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the dummy on that one. It said 1 gram was 0.0022 pounds. So if 1 million is 22 pounds, then $1 billion would be a ton. $1 billion is bigger by a factor of 1,000, right? So $1 billion in $100 bills would be 2,200 pounds. Add a way to confirm you're a dumbass, Wreck. Appreciate the $5 from Josh Pittman. Y'all see UGA fans fighting in the nosebleeds? No. I did heroin today, guys. It's 0.002 times 10,000. Okay. 50s is 44.7 pounds. Well, then $1 billion would be 2,200 pounds in hundreds, right? Can we agree on that? I think that would be right. You know, just leave me alone, okay? My mom took Tylenol when she was pregnant with me. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's because 2,200 pounds would be $1 million in ones. You got to divide. You got to divide out that you have them in $100 notes. God, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. All right. 7 grams a quarter, 28 an ounce. I go from there. I tell you what, like, I have thought about that to generate revenue for the channel of drug trafficking. Like, I think that would be a good way. Like, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. You know, Georgia Tech could use some more NIL money. We recruit, like our sponsor is a Chem E major. We recruit chemists to manufacture drugs that we take the money and donate it to Georgia Tech. We find a better call Saul. We find a Saul Goodman to buy nail salons. There's 4,000 nail salons in Atlanta that all jerk people off. And that could generate revenue for us too. Oregon would have nothing on us. The U in the 80s. Yeah, this is a foolproof plan. More Americans need to know them. I've gone on a rant before on how the metric system is superior in every way. Why we have to use, System International or whatever, or the imperial units, pounds. You can't make that much money selling weed, dude. We can retire in 3 years. Yeah, we eventually, once the money rolled in, we would just say, screw donating the money to the school. Let's go. Okay, here's a video of Georgia. Oh my God. Look at Georgia fans crashing out. It won't focus. This guy, oh my God. This guy just knocked someone out in the nosebleeds at the Georgia. Man, were those two Georgia fans fighting? And the funny thing about that is this guy's literally throwing haymakers like Ready to Rumble or Fight Night Round 3 with Muhammad Ali. And there's all these people just watching it, holding their beer like they're at a party. Tuco Salamanca, let me get this straight. I steal from you and then you bring me more meth? Tuco was the man. You hit my car, old man. Guys, I could be Tuco. This mustache, I could be a drug bin with this mustache. The more, we got to stop talking about this, because the more we talk about this, the more damn sense that drug trafficking makes. Yeah, what is the context? What happened for these guys to throw? Let me watch this again. Guy has him in a headlock. Him and his buddy are throwing hammer fist right in his stupid ear hole. Oh, he gets, man. I'll tell you what, that guy got up. He can take a punch. All right, we come out of half. BYU. What's going on, man? We're going late tonight. No, dude, you need to buy that guy that owned the chicken restaurant. Be the guy. What was his name again? Gus Fring. Gus Fring. Explain yourself. Where is Pinkman? Yeah, I would rather be that, was it Laszlo? Who was the guy in Better Call Saul? That guy in Better Call Saul that worked for Hector was the guy you want in your corner. That might be a Bama fan given the beating. Yeah, Gus Fring. Man, who was the chemist that he recruited out of school? I felt bad for that guy. Jesse had to kill him. That's how I felt about Georgia fans up to this point. They can't keep getting away with it. 1st and 10, BYU throws deep. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Appreciate the $5 from Dizzes. You know that I'm an idiot. Disaster Master. Sorry, you spelled it with a Z. Just woke up from a nap. The Georgia score sure put a smile on my face. Gale. Yeah, poor Gale, man. He was just a little curly-headed nerd. He's just a curly-headed nerd, and he had to kill him. You don't have to do this. BYU quarterback draw. Pick up another 5. We're not Gale. No. I'm comparing you to Heisenberg. When Jesse's like, he can't keep getting away with it. That's how I felt about you in the winning streaks that you've been on. I didn't watch El Camino, though. Was that any good? The skinny kid side punching with a pom-pom in his hand is hilarious. He did have a good right angle hook going on there, didn't he? Really put his hip into it, too. Another quarterback draw for BYU on 3rd and 5. They're not going to get it. Someone's helmet came off. It was a quarterback. Hell, we got another fight going on here in this ball game. Joseph Smith about to whoop somebody's ass out here. I need these bicycle riding weirdos to win by 7. I was lucky enough to have Mormons knock on my door when I was going to North Georgia doing physics I lived in Dahlonega. And I saw him go up the street, and I saw him come back down the street. So I was expecting him to knock on my door. And before I waited until the guy, this is so goated. All right, I'm smelling my own farts on this, but I waited until he went to knock on the door, and I just opened it. And I said, I've been waiting on you guys. And it freaked him out. It freaked him out more than I thought it would. So I invite them in. They give me their spiel. And I'm like, basically like, how do you know this is true, though? How do you know this is true? They're like, well, we've had spiritual experiences that confirm to us that Joseph Smith's a prophet, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, I would love to hear about those spiritual experiences. And they're like, it's personal. We can't tell you about it. And it basically boiled down to me saying, okay, what could I do to convince you that you're wrong? And they said, there's nothing you could do that would waver our position that like Mormonism is correct. And so I said, well, how can you expect me to do something that you're not willing to do? And then they left. Appreciate the $5 from Josh Pittman. He says, the AP voters have a chance to do the funniest thing ever and put tech above UGA. I don't think it's going to happen, man. Nor do I think it should, but it would be funny. Yeah, the bicycle guy said, check, please. I think they also figured out that I knew a whole lot more about the history of their church than they did. 2nd and 8 for the Dions. Run. They'll pick up about 3 off 2nd and 8. Number 1 Coach Prime fan was actually a Tylenol user. What's going on, Lawn Tractor Life? Yeah, you're telling me a guy that looked in a seeing stone in a top hat? That's how God wants to communicate with you? Why all the pageantry? Why don't you just ring you up, man? 3rd and 5. Colorado back to pass, throws, complete. He's going to be short, gets stuck. 4th down. 4th down. I blame Vic for the Georgia loss. Millis, his coins picked Bama. Damn. That would be a good movie, right? The movie is basically Millis Vanillis' coin determine who wins. I'd watch that movie. Oh, Lawn Tractor Life is Millis. I'm sorry, I didn't put that together. I killed a lot of brain cells before I turned 20. All right, Colorado to punt. Ball goes out of bounds around the 26. Yeah, I didn't put that together. Millis. When I was younger, these 2 old lady Jehovah Witnesses would come knocking on the door. That one's even a little more nonsensical. Because they believe in predestination. and that there's only like 144,000 people in the history of history that are going to make it to heaven, which is a small fraction, a vanishingly small fraction of the people alive currently. But all of them believe that they're the chosen. It's like, oh, okay. Surprise! Yes, it's me. Lawn tractor life equals Vilis Manilis. Okay. The Book of Mormon is wild? Yeah. So you know, like the Book of Mormon, per their doctrine, was dictated to Joseph Smith directly from God. Directly and inerrantly. Did you also know that the Book of Mormon has 1700s King James Bible errors in it? So the same errors you find in the Bible available to him, you find in the Book of Mormon. They also italicized words when they were translating. Basically, it didn't directly translate and they had to add words to make it make sense. They would italicize those. Those also show up in the Book of Mormon. It's wild. VicTube was the greatest guest coin shaker. Didn't he find the gold plates or whatever that the Book of Mormon was written on? Yeah, from an Indian angel, Moroni. Yeah, from Moroni. I asked the guys that knocked on my door about that. I said, where are the plates now? And they're like, well, God took them back. And I'm like, well, shit, that's convenient. They thought that the Book of Abraham papyri was lost in a fire, but it was recovered. And at the time that was translated by Joseph Smith, Egyptian hieroglyphics hadn't been cracked yet. We couldn't read them. Now we can, and now we know that has nothing to do with Abraham. The paper's not dated right. It's a funeral rite. Has nothing to do with Abraham whatsoever. So Virginia should be ranked this week. They should be ranked this week. I agree. I agree. All right. Enough about shitting on my new religion. All right, we've had enough Diet Coke. Now we need some more tobacco. We need some more tobacco. All right, BYU has possession, throws it to the flat. Nice move and good open field tackle there. Florida State should drop behind Vandy. I agree. About to go smoke a cig. Last thing I'll say about all of that is, if you really want to see the problems with all that, go read the CES letter written by Jeremy Reynolds, who was excommunicated for it. 2nd and 7. BYU, can they get a lead? Throw, almost picked, but he catches it. How was that not picked off? My God. And Louisville will unrank them Saturday, hopefully. Oh, shit. Who? Virginia? Y'all got Virginia next week? That was close to being a pick six. King is hurt and Tech isn't building enough of a lead to get second half relief. It's hard to build a lead when you run as much as we do, when you do clock control. 5 seconds on the play clock for BYU. Flag. It must probably a false start. Remember when... the racism in the Mormon church? Yeah, they wouldn't allow black people to be part of the church. In fact, they had a Doctrine and Covenant, I think, that basically said that that was a curse. So go figure. I sold my soul for rock and roll. BYU, deep ball. That's pass interference. You can't just do this and run the guy over and say, oh, that's pass interference. So that's going to be an automatic first for BYU. Boy, it sure would break my heart. Colorado loses again tonight. Sure would break my heart. Yep, that's pass interference. I have something that I needed to tell you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys about, actually, since it's late tonight. When I was talking to Tantor today, he told me he's left-handed. And I don't really know what to do about it. 1st and 10, reverse for BYU. Oh my God, he's got a ton of room ahead of him. Inside the 30, down to the 25. BYU's about to take the lead. I use Zens at work because I work in an office. I get the 6 milligrams. I started with, what is it? The smallest is 3. I was like, this ain't enough. Like I am heavily addicted. So then I got the 6s and I was like, I don't know that this is enough either. So then I put 2 6s in at work and I was like, bruh, I gotta go home. Play action, BYU steps up in the pocket, throws it into the flat, makes a move. About 7, 8 yard pickup for BYU. I hope BYU wins to make Tech look not as good. Well, I hope you get farted on tomorrow. How about that? Almost 0 tight end looks lately. Yeah. Second and 2, BYU, Dion. Dion the whole game has his mouthpiece up. I never see them pan to him where he's actually talking on the headset, ever. Low snap, broken play, doesn't matter. First down, BYU. First down, BYU. Off a broken play. Damn, did he drop the ball on that? He might have dropped the ball. Let's see. Yeah, he did. It didn't hit the ground. First and 10, BYU. Another reverse. It's not going to work. He just throws it away. Damn, that could have been picked. He went to throw it away, but he didn't get it out of bounds enough. I don't think Dion does that much actual coaching. Yeah. Yeah, and Sea-Dog's going to be late the next time I meet him somewhere. He did an interview with Jason and Travis Kelce and explained it. Explained what? I was a day years old when I discovered Zen is not a suppository. Apparently Zen is not a laxative. Yeah, you don't shove Zens up your ass, dude. What are you talking about? Why would you do that? 2nd and 10. Quarterback draw, gets stuffed, dances out of it. This guy's a magician. This BYU quarterback's a magician. They have him dead to rights, and he wiggles out of that thing. Millis, why would a soft packet of tobacco go in your ass? Why would it do that? You imagine buying a Zen if you're Millis and you're like, man, what the hell do you do with this? What's the first thing I should try? Well, I guess I should shove it up my ass and see what happens. Just shove it up my ass and see what happens, guys. I don't know. What if it turns out that gives you the most amazing high known to man? We all start doing that. Melissa's actually ahead of the curve on getting messed up. All right. Looks like BYU's about to go up unless I do something stupid. He explained his name is spelled Dion, not Dion. Oh, okay. My bad. Boofing, it probably crushes. Yeah, you're probably right. We should probably try that on stream. Like, you can't see my lower half right now, so I might could do it on stream. And then like a minute later, I'm like, guys, this is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. Boofing Zens is kind of cracked. No pun intended. You know what you're getting on late night RecTalk streams, though. I mean, you knew what this was going to be. Hell, me and Sea-Dog went hole to hole right there. And that was at like 1 o'clock. Which way gets the best results? Nice tingle. Stash is getting crispy, yeah. The stash is, I mean, look, dude. For some reason, my facial hair, it only grows here. And then there's a little space here. And then here. And then like here. It doesn't connect anywhere. But here and then here grows real well. This was a match made in heaven. When God was like making my facial hair, he was probably late to something. He's like, just throw something on there, dude. Who gives a shit? Just throw something on there. That's what happened. Hell, he pretty much did that with all of me. Like, hey, do you think we should maybe make him super athletic as a young person, and then when he hits 27, make him a fat, disgusting person? Yeah, we should probably do that too. That'd be funny. You've been gaming, Rick? I've been playing a lot of NCAA 26. I now have won 8 national titles with Georgia Tech, Coach Kenny McKinney. And I just took Tech back to the SEC and did my own brand of conference realignment. So I think Tech and Clemson went to the SEC. As a troll job, I sent North Carolina to the Big Ten, so they'll never win anything again. I've won about 50,000 Heismans, and it's been good. Joseph Smith is listening. What do you think the Mormon policy is on shoving Zens up your ass? I don't think they have like a specific rule about it, right? Like, you can't use nicotine. Like, I didn't use it. I shoved it up my ass. They'd be like, damn it. We got to update our policies. They hoodwinked us, guys. Rec hoodwinked us. Hell, they love butt stuff anyways. That's like, that. They got the poop hole loophole anyway. That's the dip poop hole loophole. I was almost picked on 3rd and 2. Oh, shit. About just dropped a barbed wire bat on my toes. What would Smith do? Marry someone very young, probably? That probably should have been picked. What are they going? What's BYU do here? They go for it on 4th and 2? Yeah, it's probably the same soaking policy. They're going to go for it. We'll talk about soaking in a second. Let's see this. They're going to throw. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Touchdown BYU. It's a damn shame, ain't it? Damn shame. Got to update the score. Got to update the score. We know they're going to hit the extra point. We know they are. Yeah, what about the altitude, though? What about the altitude? I did not know about soaking until C-Dog told me about it. There's not any sideways, stupid sexual thing that C-Dog doesn't know about. And he's like, okay, so it's where I guess you insert, and then you just lay there, and then you find one of your dumbass friends to come jump on the bed. And my thought is, from their perspective, how dumb do you think God is? Like, God's going to look at that, like, ready to jump your ass and be like, well, he's not doing the thrusting. His friend's jumping on the bed. Nothing we can do here, guys. It's totally fine. Like, they must think God is the dumbest person that's ever lived. Trump is a Mormon. There's never been a soaker like me. People say, wow, what a good soaker. A lot of people say it. Praise Smitty. Someone doesn't do a good job jumping on the bed for him. You're a loser. You're terrible. You're a bad a soaker as Hillary. The Mormon God, man, Zen should probably add instructions on their packaging. Yeah, dude, I mean, there's an epidemic of the old nicotine poop hole loophole going around. I don't think I get enough credit for that impression, by the way. You guys are out of your minds. Mitt Romney was Mormon. That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot Mitt Romney was Mormon. Do you know why he lost that election too? It's because he made fun of, he said something about, damn, I can't remember his name now, Jimmy Carter. And then Jimmy Carter's grandson found the clip of Mitt Romney saying that, you know, half the people don't, you know, we don't care about half the people, something to that effect. So had he not done that, he might have been president. Harry Reid, just think about the 80s, what they put up there. Buddy, what do you think the 80s were better than 2025 as far as shoving stuff up your ass? It's way worse now. It's way worse. Jackass did a whole skit about it where the doctor's looking at the x-ray saying, what is that? What is that? Oh, we're still showing it's half. What are we doing? Did Mitt Romney do Viagra commercials? I don't know. It's third quarter. Third quarter, right? If he had done that now, he'd be president. Yeah, times have changed, haven't they? Jimmy Carter's grandson was a caterer working at a fundraiser and heard it. Okay, yeah. No return for Colorado. Damn, have they given up 17 or 14 unanswered now? R.I.P. Jimmy Carter. Tech man, baby. Tech man. Had to sell his peanut farm when he became president, too. That's a hell of a sacrifice. Wide open there for the BYU touchdown. All right. Can BYU handle the altitude? I don't know. We'll have to see. Scored first 14 points of the game. Yeah, Colorado's given up 17 unanswered points. Colorado quarterback steps back. Salter rolling out. Throws. Big completion, down to the 50. Hell, what time is it? Damn, it's 12:38. What the hell are we doing? We're watching football. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Billy Carter. Salter with a ton of room in front of him. Taken down at the 30. Colorado's rolling. People at my IRS office were all waiting for him to drop to get the day off for a presidential funeral. Is that what happens? If someone who was president in the 70s dies, you get the day off? 1st and 10, Colorado. Run, not much going. Provo is 4,500 plus. Let's look at what the altitude is in Boulder versus Provo. Because it's not as high as Colorado Springs. 5,430. What's Provo? So it's another 1,000 feet above sea level. Jimmy Carter had a brother named Billy who had his own beer, Billy Beer. That's pretty badass. Another run by Colorado. It's going to be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2. All federal workers get a day off when a president drops. Shit, I guess that's why we don't get nothing done, isn't it? All right, president from 40 years ago died. Let's get the day off. Oh, Jimmy Carter went in the hospice. Let's take a half day. 3rd and 2, Colorado gets the edge, gets the first. Damn, a Colorado fan or a BYU guy just tackled the marker. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. We might need another Diet Coke, guys. Let's see. Next break we're getting another Diet Coke. 1st 10 for Colorado. Play action. Got time. Throws. Touchdown, Colorado. Well, Colorado answered that quick, didn't they? I think it's Diet Coke time. Yeah, how old was Jimmy Carter when he died? Like 100? Colorado go up 21-17. Come on, Mormons. Damn. What are you doing? Carter was 96. Okay. Who's your favorite president in the chat? Is Pete back in here? Yeah, Colorado coming back. You just need to survive until GTA 6 comes out. Who's your favorite president in the chat? Because I don't even got to think about it. It's easy. Pete Magaha. Would Joseph Smith approve of the Mexican coach? Probably not. Lincoln. He set a record for surviving in hospice care. He was getting all kinds of stuff normal people don't get. Oh, I'm sure every president gets that. Polk, Teddy, Reagan, George Washington, JFK. JFK good. The correct answer is Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was the freaking man. All right, BYU is going to return this. Does not get back to the 25, though. They get close. Obama. Teddy Roosevelt was born, I forget with what deficiency. Like, he was sick his entire childhood. He was, like, super sick his entire childhood. In fact, there's a picture when they're bringing Lincoln through into Washington after he was assassinated. In the window of the picture, you can see Teddy Roosevelt and his mother, I believe. Appreciate the $10 from Jolish. UGA lost, Tech won. That means a great day. That means a golden game day per Sea Dog. So Teddy overcomes these physical ailments he has. BYU steps back, throws, got blockers in front of him, got room, still on his feet. Gets inside the 40. Joins the military. Does the Spanish-American War. Charges, like, basically just wants to die in battle like an idiot. Charges, up a hill like an idiot to go out in Blades of Glory. Pretty much gets all his men killed for no reason and under no pressure. So he's like, all right, I didn't die there. I guess I'll just keep going. And I think his wife and mother died in the same day in the same house. Flag on BYU. Grief-stricken. Doesn't take shit from anybody. Becomes president. Takes down all the monopolies that were just killing the country and breaks up the steel and railroad companies. Gets out of office, starts his own party, gets shot in the chest during a speech. He got shot in the chest during a speech, and because his speech was so thick, the bullet doesn't, he is bleeding, finishes the speech after getting shot. Dude was a badass. Appreciate the $2 minutes and principles. FDR, okay, so Delano Roosevelt and Jimmy Carter were cool, okay. Second favorite might be Truman. Truman was also a tough son of a gun. People thought he was just a fairy boy that played piano out of Missouri. He was the VP for FDR. Got in a gunfight outside of his house while he was president and was leaning out the window trying to shoot the people trying to get him. Had awful language. Didn't even know we had a nuclear weapon until FDR died. 2nd and 17. BYU steps back, has time. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 17. Yeah, Truman was interesting. I mean, I guess you got to love the Aaron Burr-Alexander Hamilton duel. What, bro, I just took Colorado plus 230 before they scored. Why did you do that? 3rd and 17 for BYU. Drops back. Has time, steps up in the pocket, takes off running. Close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard shy, depending on where they spot it. What does BYU do here? 45 seconds to go in the half. I love a cheeky live bet, yeah. 4th and 1, BYU's going to go for it on the 50. Handoff, they convert it. They convert it. You don't like Eisenhower wreck? No, I do. In fact, you can find it on YouTube. First of all, Eisenhower started the interstate system. The interstate system was started for military purposes to transport, military equipment. was he the last general of the Army, the last 5-star general? He had to deal with MacArthur. He had to deal with Patton during World War II, which were bloviating, guys. He had to deal with the guy from Britain that was the same way. There's a call, though, you can look it up on YouTube, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, when JFK's president, where Eisenhower is advising him on what to do. It's really cool. If you haven't heard that, you should go look it up. Phone call between JFK and Eisenhower. Yeah, Ike was good, man. Montgomery, yeah. So Ike had to deal with Montgomery, Patton, and MacArthur. By the way, MacArthur nearly started World War III. He was driving up. He was about to go into China. And then Ike had to relieve him of duty. He's like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Which was unpopular as hell at the time. And MacArthur ended up running against Ike, too, in the next election, I think. Yeah, history's awesome, man. And there's no excuse not to, there's so much information you can get without even reading a book now. You can just listen to hours and hours of history and educate yourself. Now, you got to listen to there's some nut jobs out there that'll just be like, yeah, that didn't happen. That was a hoax. Everything's a false flag. Was it? No, you're right. It was Truman that relieved MacArthur. It was Truman that relieved MacArthur, and but Eisenhower was a 5-star general at the time under him. You're right. I was wrong about that. There's an American Horror Story season where Eisenhower's wife negotiates with aliens and lives at Area 51. Who was the guy that started... because we have had a female president before. Who was the guy that started the League of Nations? World War I. What was that president's name? Probably the worst president we've ever had, or a good candidate for it. Oh, what was it? Why can't I remember it? Let me see. Someone in the chat will remember before I do. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson had a stroke or something that basically left him incapacitated, and his wife ran the White House while he was incapacitated, which didn't come out until years and years later. Woodrow Wilson, also one of the most fervent racist we've probably ever had as president, rejuvenated the KKK. In fact, they had this movie about the Klan that was like Klan propaganda that he watched in the White House and was a big part of the resurgence of that movement. Woodrow Wilson's a piece of shit. If I had to vote for worst president, it would be Woodrow Wilson, and it's not even close. One president got stuck, was that Taft? I think Taft got stuck in a bathtub because he was like 4 times fatter than I am, which is tough to do. Who was the guy that was only president for like 2 months? Polk, maybe? Deep ball, BYU. Did he catch that? No. Woodrow Wilson sucked. He's the reason we have the IRS. Calvin Coolidge was goated. I thought he caught this for a second. McKinley Harrison. I'll tell you who's a tragic story is the I'm not a crook guy. 2nd and 10 for BYU. Quarterback keep. First down. William Henry Harrison. Okay, he was the guy that was he was only in office for like 2 months or something like that. I'm not interested in talking about current presidents. I'm not interested in talking about presidents in the last 8 years. Nixon. Nixon was actually probably one of the smartest and most talented presidents we've ever had. Nixon was a really good politician. He was just paranoid for some reason. That was like a double fake reverse by BYU. Oh my God, still on his feet. BYU scores. Oh my goodness. What a play. He faked left, he faked right. JFK got more puss than Clinton. Well, JFK, I mean, my God. JFK got more puss than anyone in history combined. I think there's a recorded speech you can find of Nixon. He resigns, right? And then as he's walking out of the White House, he gives this speech to like his whole staff. Like it will get you emotional. You wouldn't think it would, listening to Nixon give kind of this farewell speech. Lyndon Baines. Okay, actually, I'm going to recant my favorite. I named the dog that my daughter has Teddy after Teddy Roosevelt. Lyndon Baines Johnson is by far the most hilarious president we've ever had. LBJ, you go look it up. Just go look it up. It's 24/21. Lyndon Baines Johnson would whoop his penis out just on a whim, lay it on a table, and ask his staff, have you ever seen anything that big? This man did this. There's a call you can find of LBJ talking to his tailor, and he's like, hey, now the pants, you got to let the crotch of them things way out, way out. He would call staff meetings while he was taking shits, Lyndon Baines Johnson, and force his staff to talk with him while he's shitting. The dude was on another level of trolling. Lyndon Baines Johnson might be the OG troll. Yeah, he was obsessed with his own penis. Obsessed with it. It was probably large. He was like 6'5", and he would literally dick people down on the Senate floor and like physically hover over them. And he was from Texas. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Colorado. Play action. Probably a hold they get away with there. Salter. Oh, man, he got sandwiched there. I hope Salter's okay. He took a lick. LBJ would pick his nose and scratch his balls during... Dude, you got to respect LBJ. I know there's a lot of things he did that people aren't a fan of, and I get it. But as far as just being a hilarious troll, the dude put Touchdown Tim to shame. I mean, he really did. 2nd and 7 for Colorado. Big run for Colorado, almost a first, be 3rd and short. Speaking of JFK, I watched this the other day of what was JFK's wife's name again? I should know this. What she went through after the assassination. Well, first of all, there's a ton of weird shit surrounding his assassination, but just for the things that are facts, they're like, okay, we got to get a casket for JFK to get him back on Air Force One and get him back home. Keeper for Salter, ton of room, flag, this is going to come back on a hold. So they're like, okay, he's the president, get the best casket you can find. Jackie, all right? So they call the funeral home. Where was he? It was somewhere in Texas he got shot, right? Was it Dallas? So the nicest casket they have for JFK, or they have at this funeral home, is like solid copper. It's insanely heavy. So, like, they should have just got something that was light and easy to carry around so they could get out of there. The coroner in Dallas, you know, is like, hey, I have to do an autopsy. He's going back and forth with Secret Service. They're trying to get him out of there. And he holds up the whole thing because he's like, and he was right, like, I need to do an autopsy here. Weird stuff with that too. But the funeral home owner brings the hearse up there, and he puts the casket in. Now the casket in a hearse, it has a locking mechanism that locks it in so it's not sliding around the hearse. So the Secret Service basically gives an Irish goodbye to the funeral home director, and they're like, deuces, we're out. So they leave, and the funeral home director's like, I mean, I feel bad that the president just got shot, but am I going to get paid? That was a really expensive casket. So they drive the hearse up to Air Force One. Then it's apparent that like LBJ's guys have taken over. Jackie's like kind of moved to the side. Kennedy's Secret Service is relieved. And they can't figure out how to get the casket out. So they pull the hearse up to Air Force One. And they don't take time to think about, hey, obviously this thing's locked into place. They try and rip the casket out. Instead of unlocking it, they break the casket JFK's in, which created its own issues that I'm not even going to talk about on stream, but it's somewhat graphic. And yeah, so they totally screwed that up. I want to say some of the autopsy stuff was lost too. But LBJ was definitely happy to be the head guy after that. Well, I mean, look. This is, I don't even want to go into it. We're not going down that road. But people don't know what to trust. I get it. Is Colorado going to lose this game? The cigarette smoking man? X-Files? I didn't see X-Files. You didn't know we were going to do hardcore history and also Mormonism and football tonight. This is WreckTalk After Dark. Some things are off limits for sure. God, I love Diet Coke. I love it. Teddy Roosevelt had a cousin named Kermit that died in the Amazon. There's so much weird stuff that's happened in history. I feel like I'm the only X-Files fan that didn't like the story arc shift. I didn't watch X-Files. I think you'll dig it. I watched does anyone remember the show Heroes? I did watch that, and Carson Beck looks like the villain from that show. 100%. Let's see if I can find him. What was his name? Skyler or something? Let me see if I can find him. Dude, if this guy had more of a receding hairline, I don't know, like you can't really see it. Look up this guy. Look up Justin Goff, Goff. That's Carson, or not Carson Beck. That's whatever the hell Georgia's quarterback's name is now. Oh, damn, Salter running around. Still running. Oh, my God. 3rd and 3. Takes like a 5 million yard sack. What the hell are you doing, dude? Yeah, we talked about Mormonism. We talked about the Book of Abraham, the Book of Mormon, the CES letter, that guy getting excommunicated from the church for asking questions that were legitimate, that the Mormon church has since admitted was true. All sorts of stuff. Gunnar Stockton. That's who I meant to say. They went from 3rd and 3 to 4th and 25. Get ready for Colorado fans to get back on the Salter sucks train. Punt away. It's a decent punt. Oh, they miss a tackle. The man takes a return that should have got blown up into like a 15-yard return. Someone told me this the other day. This is the only thing I'll say about anyone in modern history. Does anyone know how old Donald Trump is? Anyone know how old Donald Trump is? He's 79. Does anyone know how old Bill Clinton is? He's 79. Does anyone know how old Bush Jr. is? He's 79. Ooh. 1st and 10, BYU, big pass. Almost a first down. Yeah. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Bush Jr., all 79. So all those guys from the same year, because Bush had 2 terms, Clinton had 2 terms, that's 16 years. Trump is in his 2nd term, though it's non-consecutive. If he is there for his full 2nd term, hell, was that 24 years of all guys born in the same year? First down, BYU. They're vampires. Yeah. One of my buddies told me that the other day. I'm like, is that true? I had no idea. All those guys the same age. 1st and 10. Is Elvis really dead? No, he's living on an island with JFK and Tupac. Speed option for BYU, hell, they still pick up about 4. I get why people are distrusting, though. Like, there's many things that the government has admitted that they lied about. Maybe Elvis was Mormon. He liked younger women. He really liked younger women. But after they had a baby, he didn't want nothing to do with them. Elvis was a weird dude. 2nd and 5. Counter gets blown up. I haven't seen Clinton lately, but Clinton looks like he was playing Skyrim and went the vampire route himself. But he looks rough. 3rd and 9. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I just like big 220-pound women. 3rd and 9. Oh my God! Fumble! BYU falls on it though. Wow. High snap. Some miracle BYU falls on it. I mean, one thing you got to say about Clinton, I mean, he didn't come from money. The wife did. Clinton was a Rhodes Scholar. I'm from Arkansas. Clinton and John Daly from Arkansas. Any coincidence? I think not. Field goal, 4th and 16. Long one, 55-yard attempt for BYU. Misses it left. Man. How about that? That's probably true, Vandy. That's the weirdest relationship I've ever seen. In fact, when I see a couple that clearly doesn't love each other. I'm like, oh, that's a Clinton relationship, isn't it? Clinton's life story is fairly interesting. When did he, was that 1990 or 94 for Clinton? Because he ran against Bush Sr. And I remember seeing a debate where somehow the question had come up, how much does a gallon of milk cost? And this puts things into perspective for you. And I'm not shitting on Bush Sr., but he did not know how much a carton of milk cost because he's never in his life shopped for himself. He's been opulently wealthy his whole life. Did not know how much a carton of milk cost. Clinton was 46 when he won the presidency. Maybe we should go back to letting people around that age. How about some trivia? Who was the youngest president we've ever had? And how I phrase that question matters. The youngest person that's ever been president. Who is the youngest person to ever be president of the United States? JFK is not the youngest to ever be president. JFK is the youngest elected president. Barack Obama is no. Wasn't Taylor. JFK is the youngest elected president, but there's someone who is younger that has been president. It was Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt became, how old was he? He became president after McKinley was assassinated in 1901. He was 42 years old. I think JFK might have been 42, but Roosevelt was younger by a few months. In fact, I even forgot McKinley was assassinated. And I think Trump will be the oldest. I'd have to look that up. I think Trump is Trump currently the oldest president we've ever had? Yeah. When Trump was inaugurated, he was 78, which made him the oldest president we've had. How old was John Quincy Adams? Going back to President 2. Okay. Colorado gets stuff, no gain. Boy, John Quincy Adams had some sideburns, didn't he? Nominated by Madison. Oh, that's right. Back then, whoever won the presidency became president, obviously. Whoever came in second was the VP. Could you guys imagine? Salter takes off running, picks up a few. Could you imagine, like, with the last election, you would have Trump be the president, and then you would have Kamala be the VP? We should go back to that. Are you asking how old was John Quincy Adams when he was president? He was 57 years old when he was president. 3rd and 6 for Colorado. Steps back. He's got tons and tons of time. Batted down, incomplete. 6:46 to go in this game. That would be kind of awesome. You want to talk about chaos. Not John Quincy Adams' son? What are you talking about? Yeah, he was 57 when he was president, which seems like fairly old for 17 whatever that was, 17... He served as president, I'm sorry, from 1825 to 1829. He was born in 1767. I don't know a ton about Quincy Adams. What does Wikipedia say? He was a Federalist. He was born in Massachusetts. Where did he go to school? All these guys went to Europe that were in the like wealthy class. And I guess that makes sense. We hadn't been a country but a few years. Graduated from Harvard, studied law. Boy, that's a trend that hasn't died out, is it? Almost every politician has a law degree. So it's not about, you know, who knows the most. It's about who argues the best. From Boston, Diddy Sanders or Diddy State, who tries to lay claim to the Diddy title. I forgot about that. If some of you that don't know, like 2 years ago, year or two ago, Dion deleted a tweet from 2011 where he said, basically, hey guys, Diddy's coming over, my kids are here, it's about to be lit. He was with his dad in France during the Revolution. Well, he's born in 67, so he probably don't remember it, right? Narrator, it's not about who argues the best. Is Shedeur still in the NFL? Yeah, that's how you know Colorado's been down, because all they want to talk about is Shedeur. Talk about people that love conspiracies, man. Oh my God, everyone screwed Shedeur. Let me tell you something about the NFL. Let me tell you something about football in general. If a team thinks they can win with you, they're going to play you. Look at Deshaun Watson and all the stuff that happened with him. The Browns still gave him $100+ million contract because they thought they could win with him. You're telling me Shedeur is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, but 32 NFL teams said, nope, we want to screw Shedeur. It's the dumbest shit you'll ever hear. Why? Why? Because they don't want to win? They'd rather be part of some deep state conspiracy than win Super Bowls? I mean, don't think about it too much. Punts away, looks like it goes out around the 20. So Colorado down 24-21. We're in the fourth, guys. I mean, we've been talking about presidents. We're not even updating the damn quarter. The hell are we doing? We don't know what we're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, guys, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. Xbox versus PS5, is that a serious question? Is that a serious question? Xbox even make consoles anymore? How about Ben Franklin's book for young women on how to choose a mistress? Or young men on how to choose a mistress? Yeah, it turns out that men have been the same for a long time. 1st and 10 screen pass gets blown up. Me. Atlanta Falcons did write the book on how to screw a draft. Hey, you know what we should do, guys? You know what would be a big brain move for an NFL franchise to do? Let's pay an older quarterback. Let's give him a max deal, $100 million deal. Then let's take our 1st round draft pick. Who should we draft? a wide receiver to help him out. We got problems on defense. No, screw that. Draft another quarterback. Then bench the guy you just gave a $100 million contract to and play the guy you drafted in the first round. 2nd and 12, jet sweep for Colorado. I'll pick up about 4. Colorado hasn't had decent QB since Darian Hagan, Cordell Stewart, and Coy Detmer. Wasn't Cordell Stewart pissed that they retired Shadur's jersey too? Like, what are you doing? I won a national, didn't he win a national title? Wasn't he on that 90 team, part of the share of the national title? Them trying to defend that is insane, by the way. 3rd and 7, 5:21 to go in this game for BYU. Play action. Steps up in the pocket, throw, complete to the 50. BYU converts. By the way, I went on a Rock and Rants deal with a Colorado fan, which started off hot because he was trying to tell me getting 5 downs is not an advantage somehow. You know, make that make sense, as stupid as I am with math. And this is a Colorado, like, alumni donor that told me last year when they got drugged by BYU, Dion forced their defense to play man coverage because he thought that would help Travis in the draft. First down BYU, like clockwork. They need to retire Haynes King's because that's his house. Hell, they'll end up retiring Haynes King's jersey because he's not going to live through the season. Most jerseys are retired posthumously that are retired. He might be a candidate for it. Georgia, again, like Georgia Tech has 1 jersey that's retired. I don't know if Pete's still in here or whoever y'all are a fan of. Whatever team you're a fan of, how many jerseys has your team ever retired in history? There's 3:56 to go in the game. 1st and 10, Colorado, run up the middle. They'll pick up about 3 or 4, and they bring it to the Colorado 34. If Colorado doesn't play in the Orange Bowl, then it would have been Tech v. Notre Dame, and Tech would have scalded Lou Holtz. Good old Lou. Yeah, Clint Castleberry, who, like, I'm pretty sure is MIA from World War II as a fighter pilot or something. Like, I could be wrong. I don't think they ever recovered his body. 2nd and 7 for BYU. Does Dion use his timeouts? Probably not. I mean, when would you use them? That's what he said after the Tech game. When would you use them? Well, when you took a sack, I'd probably use it then. Broken play for BYU. They're going to take a big loss here. Hey, the 5th down game versus Mizzou in 90. That's why Tech is the only team I recognized in 90. Yeah, this guy was trying to tell me that wasn't an advantage. And I said, okay, this was before we played Colorado. I said, in any pivotal down I want, would you give us a 5th down? No, of course you wouldn't. 3rd and 12 for BYU. Run up the gut. It's an interesting play call. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Colorado has 2 timeouts. BYU has 1. And this will take us to the 2-minute timeout. So Colorado will get the ball back where they can they'll have an opportunity to send this thing to overtime or win it. I don't think any coach knows when to take a timeout. It's ridiculous. Colorado had some good wins, but Mizzou wasn't good enough to have beaten CU's 2nd loss. Where's my damn... All right, 4th and 9 for BYU. They'll punt here. Colorado will get the ball back with 2 minutes to go in the game. Colorado should have used a timeout already. Well, they'll get 2 with 2 minutes to go. We'll see what they can do here. He was determined to be KIA, that's right. That's right. Oh, man. Oh, you're right. They'll kick a field goal. I'm an idiot. They will kick a field goal. Guys, I don't know what else, I've said this before, but I don't know what else I can do to demonstrate to you guys. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I just do things, okay? I'm like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. Introduce a little anarchy. Number 4 was retired for Clemson. Steve Fuller, Deshaun Watson got permission and wore a patch. Is that the only number that's retired for Clemson? Georgia Tech tied their largest comeback win deficit today, 17 points. Georgia Tech trailed number 1 UVA. That would have been in 1990, right? 31-14 before coming back and winning 41-38. That was 1990, right? It had to be. That was the last time Virginia was ranked number 1, I'm pretty sure. Kind of want Colorado to win so that it improves our strength of record. I don't care either way. Honestly, I'd probably rather Colorado lose because screw Colorado, screw all the Dion Sanders fans, screw all the stupidity. But I'll be happy either way. It matters not. Oh, me. I've been standing so much my feet hurt, which is, maybe I told you guys this. When my daughter was being born, I'd been standing up all day waiting on whatever to happen. And so when my daughter was born, I'm like making a face like this kind of, like, because my feet hurt. And so my wife thought there was something wrong with our kid, if you know what I mean. And she's like, no, tell me what's wrong. And I'm like, I don't want to say what's wrong. And she's like, tell me right now. I was like, my feet hurt really bad. Me. But she told me to tell her. I told her the truth. I learned in school, like, you tell the truth. Now they're going to punt. They're punting from what? They're going to pin them. They pin them inside the 2. So instead of kicking a field goal, they pin them inside the 2. Interesting. Oh, Roddy Jones is calling this game. Roddy Jones was on that 2008 Tech team. Another fun fact about 90. Last time Georgia Tech started 6-0 was 90. Our next game is Virginia Tech, and we'll be honoring the 1990 team. Okay. Rick, how did you meet C-Dog? He saw my channel. So I wasn't aware of C-Dog when I started. I wasn't aware of the community at all when I started the channel. And he reached out like, hey, we should meet up. And then we met at a place, I think it's like a barbecue place in Powder Springs. And the rest is history, as they say. All right, Colorado going to throw out of their own end zone. Complete. They'll be short. I would think you call a timeout here, maybe? No? Minute 30, minute 33, clock's rolling, 2nd and 2 for Colorado. They got to drive the length of the field. They run it. First down, so the clock will stop to reset the marker. The clock's still rolling on TV for some reason. Okay, now it stopped. What just happened? They couldn't get the clock right, so they have to give them a timeout. I swear to Christ, I don't know, these referees, man. You know the situation. You know the situation. And maybe it's not the referees, maybe it's the clock people. But either way, billions and billions of dollars in damn football, but we can't figure out how to manage a clock. Minute 18, steps back, steps up in the pocket, slides short of the first down. So this clock will roll under a minute before they snap it. 2nd and 4. Minute to go. Ball snap with a minute to go. Plenty of time for Salter. Moves out of the pocket. Pick. Game. So Colorado will fall to 2 and 3. Is Salters hurt? Is he physically hurt or is his pride hurt? BYU beats Colorado in Boulder. Again, for the second time I've watched Colorado this year, Dion pockets 2 timeouts because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing and he doesn't care anymore. Colorado is one of the sorriest teams in the country. Let's see what he saw. Yeah, he didn't have much. Tried to threw it behind him. Yeah, he kind of had a guy open going toward the sideline. There's Dion, looking like someone just shot his dog. BYU will take a knee. Why are they in a shotgun formation? This guy's going to keep running. He could have ran for a touchdown probably. Is Dion going to call a timeout now? So Dion's still going to pocket 2 timeouts. I mean, you still call them both, don't you? Maybe they snap it over his head. Maybe the guy fumbles the ball. Dion's not going to call a timeout. What a sorry excuse for a coach, man. I mean, am I wrong? You take a timeout, maybe they bobble the snap, and you get it back. Dion doesn't give a shit, man. Dion needs to quit right now. You're right. Dion does not care. He better get grilled in a press conference about that. Hey, but I tell you what, ESPN, put last year's record up there. Put how many followers Deion Sanders has up there so they can feel better about themselves. Put Ice Cube up there when he came down. Put another celebrity out there. I've never seen a coach give up on his own football team like Deion Sanders. Never in my life. I've never seen a coach pocket 2 timeouts like that in that situation. Ever. I almost feel bad. In fact, I do feel bad for Colorado fans. For people that were fans of Colorado before he got there, that has a coach that gives less than a shit about what he's doing. Yeah, who's the quarterback now? Who's the whiz kids now? Let's go look on Twitter real quick. That pisses me off, man. That ain't football. That ain't football. I guarantee he's getting roasted. I guarantee you. Let's see. Five seconds ago, does Deion Sanders understand what timeouts are and how to use them? He's an embarrassment and the worst clock manager in football history. You're almost right. He's the worst coach in college football history. Deion Sanders should be fired immediately. He can't It's not about managing. That has nothing to do with managing the clock. That's don't give a shit. That's I just want to get back home. That's I don't care about football. Deion Sanders' clock management might be worse than Kyle Shanahan's, which is saying something. That is saying something. Colorado football deserves better than Deion Sanders. He's not a football coach. He's a hype man, at best. Get rid of him, and get serious by finding a real coach. Truer words never been said. Dion Sanders is legit one of the worst coaches ever. Are they just scared to tell Dion to use his timeouts? His clock management issues costing him a chance at winning valuable games. Again, for anyone that needs to know, if Dion Sanders ever watches this stream and decides to pull his head out of his own ass, you have 2 timeouts with 40 seconds to go. You call a timeout. They were going to run around in the shotgun. They already snapped it over his head once. What if you took a timeout, they snap it over his head, and you get the ball back with 30 seconds and a shot to tie the game? You could tie the game up with a field goal. It wasn't like, of course, if you're 17 points down, you probably still call the timeouts, but I would understand in that situation. If you're getting blown out, of course, calling your timeouts there is petty. You're down by 3. They're lined up in the shotgun. Friggin' sorry. I know one thing. I hadn't got one apology from Colorado fans this year. WreckTalk@gmail.com doesn't have one apology letter from the Dion Sanders fans of the world. That's a crime. You really think Dion cares enough about college football to watch this? No, I don't. There's no way he would spend a minute per week on anything college football related. Dion Sanders has never made an in-home recruiting visit, ever. You know how Dion Sanders recruits? Call Shador. That's a first for me. I've watched, how many hours of college football? I've hundreds of hours. Weeks straight of college football I've watched in my life. I've never seen that in my life. Never. Jeff Collins ain't even dumb enough to do that. Jeff Collins cares more than that. Jeff Collins is probably a better coach than Dion Sanders. Appreciate the $5 from Joelus. Wreck After Dark. God, I'm so glad Georgia lost. It's so good. Where'd my phone go? Did I boof my phone like Millis does Zens or something? Okay, here it is. Not in my ass. Let's refresh this. Can't wait for all our commits to leave, Juju to transfer, and everyone gets the fuck out of town to this unserious program. Coaching is abysmal. Players are garbage. That's the other thing. Their team quit on them. They let BYU run like 20 seconds off the clock in one play by just running around. That BYU quarterback could have ran the ball in the end zone there. The defense gave up because their coach gave up. It's time to have a serious conversation about Dion Sanders. It's been time for that, sir. Where you been, Peter Brooks? I hope these reporters flame the fuck out of Dion Sanders. Stop being scared of this guy. There ain't going to be no one left to ask Dion Sanders questions, because the minute Dion Sanders gets a question he doesn't like, he cries, pivots to God, and starts banning people from the press conferences. I truly believe Dion Sanders doesn't know how to coach. Dion Sanders is a terrible coach and will most likely be fired or step away at the end of the season. Oh, here we go. Shaking my head. Salters is terrible and sucks. No thanks, I'm done. No more Buffs football for me. Dion Sanders is too hard-headed to make the changes needed. So no support from me anymore. Why did you think it would be any different? It's not like you hadn't had a guy on YouTube. I know a bad coach when I see one. I called Jeff Collins, I called Bill Belichick, and I called Dion Sanders. I might have been early on Dion Sanders, but I was not wrong about Dion Sanders. Let me ask you this. What are the odds that Dion Sanders quits before the end of the season? Because I think it's about 50-50 right now. And it has very little to do with his health. If he was winning, he would stay. He's an embarrassment. Let's look at Colorado's schedule coming up. Remember those podcast guys that asked me if I was drinking moonshine when I was talking about Colorado? Where are those dummies right now? What was their channel name? I think their channel name was I Lick Dion's Nuts because I don't know anything about football. Wasn't that their channel name? Colorado 2025 schedule. See who they got left. So they're 2-3 now. Who were their 2 wins against? Nobody State and Nowhere East West A&M. Wasn't that their 2 wins? Load, phone. I don't pay however much money I do a month for this, to wait for it to load. So they beat Delaware and Wyoming. Dion is, I could have sworn I said Dion doesn't have a single marquee win. So they just lost to BYU. They've got to go on the road to TCU next week. They'll beat the ever-loving dog shit out of them. Then they've got Iowa State at home. Iowa State will beat the dog shit out of them. Then they get a bye. Then they go on the road to Utah. L. Arizona is their homecoming. L. At West Virginia. L. Bye. Arizona State. L. At Kansas State. Could be an L too. What's the likelihood Deion Sanders don't win another game at Colorado? Hell, officially stepping away, but it would be a mutual parting of ways. The best scenario for Colorado would be for Dion to step down. But then again, he might not. How much money is he walking away from to step down? They have a chance against Arizona, West Virginia, and K-State. You know what? They only got 2 wins. 2-3 is 5. 5 wins doesn't get you to a bowl. What else was I going to look up? I was going to look up something else. I forgot now. I forgot now what I was going to look up. Oh, what that channel name was. What was that channel name of those people that decided to open their damn filthy sewers about WreckTalk? What the hell was their name? It was Buff something. Someone tell me right now. I think I followed them actually. They're on Twitter somewhere. How do you look at your own people you're following? Here we go. Maybe I'm not following them. Here's a Colorado fan though. Let's see what he's saying. Let's just comment here on this idiot Colorado fans thing. Damn it. What are you doing? This WOI, he's been running his mouth a lot. He ran his mouth for an entire off season. Where the hell are you? There you go. He follows me. Oh yeah, he ain't tweeting anything about Colorado now. He an NFL guy now, and that's something else. It's been a week since he tweeted anything about Colorado. He changed his profile picture. Sorry. Oh, man. I got to find one Colorado fan to troll on here. Just one. DNR buffs. Dog shit coach. Dog shit program. When did he tweet this? Boom. All right. The whole medical thing before the season was a setup to leave. I don't, but come on, man. Dion truly stopped caring when Shador left. Facts. After the first half, be that mad. Dion's lawyers have thoroughly read the paid medical leave part of the contract. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's almost 2 in the morning. Oh, me. Is confirmed. Colorado's a dog shit program. Dion's a dog shit coach that don't know what he's doing. Every Colorado fan or every Deion Sanders fan should apologize for the stupidity that they've spewed out of their filthy sewers for the past 2 years. Dion doesn't care, and neither do I. So, oh, me. Y'all have a good night. And we will talk to you next time. How I get out of here. How I cut this thing off. There we go.